Hello, I'm just going to sit down and give you something to look at a minute. Oh, good evening. Is anybody there? Hello, hello. I'll just open this up and you've got something to look at while I see if we've gone live. Just something to see. It is Saturday, the 9th of May, and this is Angela, crafting with Dawn Bibby, and it's Saturday night craft and chat. So I hope everybody's well. Hi. I'm just going to see if you've gone onto the, I think we have possibly gone live, but it's not necessarily showing on my thing. I can see it flashing up. So I think I have gone live and I'll have another go in a minute. But how's everybody doing? It's been a little while since I've been with you because I had a little holiday. Lucky me. It has rained and has been cold since I got back. So that's not very good. I'm not too chuffed with that. But it was a lovely time, and I've come back to all these fantastic, beautiful digital collections, and I'm absolutely spoilt for choice what to look at the moment and what to craft with you. It's not coming on. Am I going to go into that? Just a second. This is what happened last time. It just took a little while to catch up with itself, didn't it? Before I could find myself kind of flicking up on my phone as if I am live, and then it's disappearing. So I'm really sorry, but I can't see any of your comments. I'm going to stand up and just check that it is on. I do think it is on. I can see. So I've got on my screen up here, I can see Beverly and Lorraine and Joanne and Margaret. So hello, some people, we have got a few people here. So I'm going to get going on it because obviously I can't see your comments, but I'll just try and talk to myself. I cut a few little bits out and just laid them up ready to see what I was going to do with them. So I thought I'd just start with this while we're waiting and see if we get anybody else joining. These are just the little mini kit, and I stuck them on some little cards, so they're ready to go and make things. So I've got this little cat ready. I have got it's not quite 6x6 card blank and a bit of paper. So I'll show you some more bits and pieces in a minute, but while we're just waiting for people, I'm going to get this card and I'm just going to go around the edge with a bit of pink and make it look a bit pretty. Just doing it on top of a piece of watercolour card, because then I'll make it into a background later using loads of ink. Don't think I need quite as much as that, but never mind. Let me come over here because I know you can't actually see it if I'm there. Got to remember my glue is positioned just there. So this little tiny area that I work in, my messy place. Oh dear, that wasn't a very good blend, was it? Never mind, we'll do that. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all right. I will have another go at seeing if I can get on in a minute, but I think we just had a handful of people, so I'll wait a little while and just see if anybody else joins in. So I've just gone around the edge with some of that Studio Like ink, and that was from the Pink collection, and I just thought that would probably go with it. And there we go, I've chosen that paper. I've printed this onto that shiny stuff from Debbie Moore. I think it's a silky one, so it's quite shiny. Because it's a 5x5, let me just get rid of some of the white bits first. Albie's not sitting next to me at the minute, so we haven't got him trying to... Oh, it's actually nearly a 6x6, isn't it? Sorry, not a 5x5. We haven't got him joining in yet, but I'm sure he will come and join me. There is only me and Albie in at the moment. So if he needs to go for a wee or anything, I will have to probably go and see to him for just put him out the back door and then get him in when he starts barking. Right, I'll just get rid of that little white bit. There we go. I think you've seen this already with Lorraine, but it is a very pretty little collection. And I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces tonight. So that thought that would just go nicely on there. Hang on a second, which way around was it? That way. There we go. Put that on there. I'm going to try again on my phone in case I can see anybody. Hopefully. Oh, it just keeps popping up. How can I find myself in here? Let me just scroll down that page in case it's somewhere I can't see. It just keeps going back to Sam's post, which was the last one on. I wonder if I go on my page whether I'll see myself. Oh dear, this is a bit annoying, isn't it? I'd just like to talk to you. Right, I'm on my page. Right, there you go. I'm just going to go through my page. I'm hoping that it's gone through Dawn Bibby's page, otherwise there's not going to be many people able to see. I can see Michelle, I can see Jackie, Julia, Joanne, Bev, Margaret, Linda, yeah, so hopefully everybody's all right and you've made it here. I'll just watch on my page and hope that we're all right. And there's Julie as well. Hello. So I've just started waiting for people to come in and join. Oh dear, that was a bit of a big splodge, wasn't it? What am I doing? I probably don't want too much on this card stock, so it doesn't see through this shiny paper. I've just sent away, and it has arrived today, but I haven't had a chance to print out the Navigator paper that Lorraine recommended. So, but I did have a little handful of Debbie Moore papers as well. Hi Kim. Hope there's everybody joining in, so that's great. So there's just the little card top. I've already made my little topper. We can decide what we're going to do with that. Put you up there. I thought that we would probably, I could do a jaunty angle or I can do a straight angle. I've got a little bit of a doodah there. Stick that in that corner. And I've got a little sentiment there, so I think I'll just stick that on as well. Hi Karen, thank you for joining us. I haven't really got going yet. I'm still not really sure which exact things I'm going to show you tonight, you know. I've got so many things that have been in my head to do, and it just gets too like too much. You think, like, what will I do tonight? What will I show you? Dawn's creative juices are flowing so quickly, and there are so many new things coming out that honestly it's just like, right, what am I going to do with that collection? What am I going to do with that collection? Has anybody looked at this one yet? So I was on holiday, so I didn't actually do very much with the Peacock other than send those little bits and pieces for Dawn. And then I missed all the bees, and these little pussycats arrived while I was away. So just do that there. I could have a random strip there, you know, if I wanted. Make it as if it's like a little bit of a ribbon. I'll pop that one on there. I think this one wants to be stuck down on some pink as well. Hi Patricia, thank you for joining us. We're just having a little mini card play while we let everybody join in with the mini cat kit. Which I missed when I was on holiday, so I thought I'd have a little look at it today. And I have managed to do a bit of printing with some vellum. So Debbie Moore has some printable vellum, and Dawn either has it on the website now or it is coming. But I've done a little bit of printing out for you to show you because I was really excited by it. Just thought it looked amazing. And you all need the printable vellum. It's brilliant. Hi Vivian, thank you for joining in. So I'm going to put that little fella up there. I've got these little tiny butterflies to put on as well. So let's just get sticking. And don't forget, I can't see brilliantly when I am in this position. So if it goes a bit wonky, please forgive me. Now, is it Tracy who gets upset if we don't gut? So I've gutted a bit there. Might still think it's a bit, I've not gutted close enough. But at least I've had a little go this week. Normally when I do things quick, It's good to get all the live comments here. Must be because it says live chat and doesn't on Dawn's. Why is that? I have no idea. Don't ask me any technical questions about these things. I can do quite a lot of technical things. I'm not too bad, but I still rely on my son quite heavily. Obviously, he's grown up around it all, and we didn't really have all this tech when we were growing up, did we? We had Etch-a-Sketch, and we didn't even have, like, when we did get mobile phones, they were like a brick. Huge, can you remember? Honestly, I need a bit on those too as well, sorry. Oh, there's Tracy. She is with us. She's laughing at me, gutting my card for her. When I'm doing lives, I tend to sort of just go and stick them on, and I don't take the time to do gutting. That's nice. There we go. So let's stick this one on. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining us. Hope you are well. Been busy at work, maybe. Right, let me have a look at this. Just tip it up a little bit so I can see, and then I'm just going to go bump. There we are. I am going to go with this little thing just as if it's like a ribbon. It was just some spare that came off something else, so I might as well use it. And I'm going to stick it underneath in the gap. I could cut the card down to make it fit a bit better if I wanted to, or I can stick something like a ribbon or a piece of card on. There we go. So what's everybody been doing today? It has been, oh, Debbie, you're lucky it's been sunny. We've had days of just cold, horrid rain, freezing cold. I put the heating on today, would you believe it, for a bit. And that's ridiculous at this time of year. Honestly, ridiculous. So I'll probably get hot sitting here doing this though, so I'll be stripping everything off. Let's have a little look at that. I'm just going to go down there. Let me just bring it underneath myself a minute and I'll bring it back to you. I'm not going to worry if it's a bit too wonky, because you know that it's because I can't see what I'm doing, because I'm all this way over here and you're all this way up there. Chilling and die cutting. Well, I've just been fiddling around trying to get my bits prepared for today, in between ferrying Wes off to pick his girlfriend up and then dropping them off at what do you call it? Where have they gone? They've gone bowling. That's what they're doing. I'll just pick that little fella up a little bit there, pop a little bit on here. Yeah, I honestly think it's ridiculous at this time of year we have to have our heating on. Don't like doing it. Oh, I'm going to have problems with this tonight, aren't I? I may just have to talk to myself. It's back on again. Hi, Louise. Hope you are well. I'm going to stick that one over the top of that one, I think. That's where that's going. Pop you on there. Very, very simple. I'm hopefully going quite simple tonight with some things, and then something else that you'll have all done before, I'm sure, but it looks quite effective. It's a good job I didn't give Michelle my information about what I was doing on the live, because I think I told Dawn I was going to do a little bit of the dragons, and then honestly it's the one I was preparing was actually peacocks, and then I thought, oh, better change it to dragons because maybe you've seen peacocks. But then I've gone back to peacocks again because that's what it was going to be. And I just did a little extra one, so these little tiny doodahs, let's just pop them on there. And then if you want to add any little bits of glitter, because we know we all like to get our stickers out and go to town on stickles, or if you want to stick some gems on, you can do that as well. But that's just a nice little one from the kit. There we go. I wonder if that might be my son coming back now, because I can hear my ring doorbell dinging. Yep, the kid, they're back in. Him and his girlfriend have got a lift off their dad. So excuse the noise if you hear them coming in, because they might not realise that I'm actually doing a live at the minute. So yeah, thank you, Bev. It is just a little pretty card. Very simple, very effective, but lovely. everybody. Are you back? Right. Okie dokie. You shut the door. Right, that's my son back and his girlfriend, so they'll keep Albie entertained, and if he needs to go out, hopefully they will do that for me as well. What have I missed? Somebody goes into us. Oh, Louise, how exciting. Oh, I hope it goes well. I was induced with my first one and it took ages, nothing happened. So it might be a while yet. Depends whether it's a first one or not. I was yonks and yonks with Isla. But yeah, good luck with that. So there we go, there's one there. Now, while we're sitting, I'm just going to, before I start making, I'm going to show you a couple of things I have also done. I got Dawn's Better Press Peacock out that she had before. She's got that on the website, I think. Just did it with the Studio Light inks. Put some stickles on. And I'll probably go around the edge with a bit of a dark blue and then stick it on a bit of card. I will gut them, but I'm not going to do it now. It was just to show you. And then, so if you've got a Better Press but you haven't got this collection, Dawn still has it available. So if I need to do another card later on, we'll finish that one off. But I've got some other ones planned. So you can see where we'd be going with that. But yeah, it's really pretty. And the Studio Light inks worked really well. So I was quite pleased with them. So just wanted to show you that. It's a second. Oh, well, hopefully won't take too long. Good luck. I hope she'll be all right. I'm sure she will. And the next thing I was going to show you was the vellum, because I got really excited about the vellum. So this is the Beehive mini kit, and I've printed that out on vellum, and I think it is gorgeous. And I thought you could easily pop it on. That's one of the background papers from the bees, and it would go lovely over that. And I would probably just make a card out of one of them. I would probably use some brads maybe for the corners, or if I'm gluing it, I'd use some gems and flowers, add some 3D elements to hide whatever I've put on. But I thought it was lovely just using the vellum. So that's probably going to be featured in something next time, as soon as I've got them all printed out ready. And I'm going to show you something else that is on vellum, which I thought was delicious. So here we have one of the new couture collection. That's one of the topper sheets from the couture collection, which looks lovely. Oh, there's a link to the vellum on last night's newsletter. That might be because I asked Dawn about it. I had some Debbie Moore printable vellum already, so I've specifically got printable vellum. Debbie Owen. I got from Debbie Moore, and I checked with Dawn, and she said she thought she did have it on the website, or if it wasn't there, she was going to get it put on. So she's probably put that link in the newsletter because she knew that I'd be showing you how fabulous the vellum is. And I think it would just look great, even these just on tags. So I think I might need to do a vellum day. But I spent so much time printing them out that I then did not actually design a card for it. So again, if we get to the end of the things I've done and we need to do something else, we could have a little go. So I've done the mojito. Just looks double, as if I'm sighted at the minute. But these are gorgeous. So the couture collection is available now on the website and in papercraft form. You can order it. But the vellums are just fabulous. So let me just go through there and I'll give you another little peek. So Dawn has now also managed to get her new, the other collections that she was looking at. She has the nightclub sort of party night collection. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. I've just been looking at it. And then she's got the one on the beach, party on the beach. And they're all on the website now. You can order the digital collections and you can order the papercraft kits. And you get a special offer if you order both of them together, I do believe. So have a look. Michelle will have it on the Yes, I did say I was going to use it tonight. I told Dawn I was going to use vellum, and I told Dawn I was going to use the dragons, and then here I am doing other things, but we might get to them anyway, because I could just whip something up, couldn't I? But this one, we're going to do something with this one tonight as a quick and easy card as well. That looks really good. I think some of these designs have changed. These were some of Dawn's early ones, and she just sent me a couple so that I could have a play. The Cosmopolitan Night Out one, that's lovely. So I printed them out on different styles of paper. So the shiny stuff from Debbie, which Dawn's got on the website, and onto the vellum as well. So anyway, that was a little look at the new collection, which I think are going to be good. While I'm on that, we may also do something. I did this last night as well, so I wasn't actually very pleased with them. So I don't know whether I'm going to, I will show you anyway, but you might think they're all right. So this is one of the coasters that I got from Dawn. Actually, on the screen, it looks okay. So this is quite good quality. And I had these round ones already that are really quite flimsy. They're thick, but they're really lightweight and flimsy, and I thought they weren't going to work very well. But once I got all of the bits on, it worked okay. I couldn't find any of the toppers that were exactly the right size. So for this one, I've got one of the big ones. I can do this at the end. It's just messy, so I might do this at the end. I've put some gesso onto that, and then I just cut out this. And what I've actually got this on, so you could use paper that's thin, or you can use like a mulberry or a rice paper. So again, that's something I think Debbie Moore does. This is just some mulberry paper I had in my stash that I had to go at printing on, and it worked. I was quite lucky. It's got lots of little bits in though, so that actually this shows up on the surface of this. So I wasn't really too sure about whether I wanted those textures in for a coaster. So this one, because it was big, yeah, you can't see all of it. So this one, I used one of the smaller ones, and it was too small. So then I just ripped out little bits of extra things to go around in the gaps. So I stuck a few extra flowers around and some leaves and some extra dark. So I filled in all the gaps to make it fit the whole thing. So I do like the way that you can see all of that design on there. I think that's great. If anybody's really clever, perhaps they can shrink down Dawn's design to the right size for their coasters. But I'm not that clever. But actually this one, I think it's going to look quite good because you can get most of the drink on that one. So I'm going to try and do that as another little thing. So there we go. So that's like rice paper that I've printed on as well, and like on mulberry paper. So have a look and see what Dawn has got from the lovely Debbie Moore, because she's got all these lovely specialty papers that's really great. So for the first one tonight, there's been a one on, I've actually used one of these. I've used the champagne style bottle for the first one, and I've just done another very simple card, but hopefully it'll look effective as well. I've also, just as a taster, if I have a night where it's messy, I've also found a bag which I've gessoed, and I was thinking dragon on there. Let me show you that. This is my other little, do you know, and if you want me to do that, that might be another day when I'm feeling like getting a bit messy. So I've got a bag and I've started to gesso it. So I've got a nice surface, and again I've got some of these printed out. That's lovely, isn't it? And I thought I could probably tear bits of flowers up and stick them in different corners. Maybe stick some of the dragony bits on. So that might turn into a bag decoration. But there you go. That's what I've been fiddling with. So I'm giving you teasers, but they're not actually doing it. But there we are. So what I've done for this card, I have used that this one. So just printed this one out. I've cut the big one out, and I've cut one of the sentiments out from there. That's what I've used. And then because it's quite big, I didn't have any 8x8 cards, so I'm going to have to make one. I'll put all my bits and pieces out the way, so we'll get to them in a minute. So I cut it to 8x8, and then when I was putting the bits together, I decided it needed to be 7.5 down that way. So I've actually cut it again, and I've just used white card because I didn't have any. I have scored it so that I've then got my front, made another back, and then I'm just going to stick them together. So I didn't have an 8x8, and I knew I wanted a big card. I have mostly got 5x7s and 6x6s, so maybe I need to get 8x8 because I know a lot of you were saying that you really like doing 8x8s, and some of these new designs with the cocktails look as if they would do really well with the large cards. Let me just check that. That's all right. And if anything's a bit wonky, I'll just snip it off later. Probably a little bit wonky, but we'll get the idea, won't we? I'll do some trimming. So there's my card base. Oh, thank you. Got a little bit. I did get a little bit brown. My nails have grown ridiculously. Look at this amount of space there from my little stubby ones I had before I went. So I'm going to have to get them done again now. That's the problem. I don't get my nails done, and then now I need to get them done more. So what did I do next? I found a nice piece of metallic, shiny, lovely card. Cut that to 7.5 that way, and I've cut it. And I didn't actually cut it, I just used what I had, so that's about 6.5. So rather than get another bit, it's kind of a slightly there, not quite the right size. So I've cut that, and that's going to go on the card base as well. And then I'll show you what I've done with the rest. Let's just stick it down. If you don't want to paint the whole bag, just paint the back of the rice paper. Yeah, the reason I painted the front of the bag was because it had a design on already, and it was a bag that I thought, I don't really like what's on there. I am going to paint it white with the gesso, and then I'm going to have a nice base to work on. So yeah, I've got a couple of bags upstairs that I can show you what I've done before. But this one had a design on it already, and I didn't want that on. You know, like a printed one from wherever I got it from. I'm just going to pop that on there. If I need to trim it down a bit more later, I can, because I'm just trying to do it at the angle. So there we go. So what I've then done with this is I've cut it so that I know it's going to fit in there. I'll tell you how many inches it was in a second. Then what I did was I cut them into inch strips and backed it onto some card. I did write on the back of them so that I would remember where I was. So number 1, because I wanted a reference for when I was doing it with you, I stuck that on ready. So hopefully it'll then follow. This is a little design that I've seen on all over the place at the minute. So I thought, oh, I'll just do that for you as well. So that's number 6, number 7. So that's the end. And I've cut them into inches in the middle. And because it wasn't quite the right size, the 2 outside ones are 1 1/8. But we're going to have it like this. So you've probably seen cards like this before where you cut your little inch strips. I've done it where you cut them like that, and then you maybe back them onto another colour, and you can then put them along, and that looks nice. Or you can just leave them onto one bit of card and have them as they are. You can have them going a bit up and down and a bit skew with, just looking a bit quirky. So I've done cards that are a bit like that. If you want to make it so it's a feature, you could do like a wood effect in brown craft card, and then you can make yourself I'm not explaining it very well, but you make yourself like a little panel out of what looks like wood. That's a nice way to do it, and then you put a nice flower or something on it. So these little cards where you cut things into strips can look quite effective. And what we're going to do with this one is the one that I've seen on everybody's been doing at the minute on Facebook, so I thought, well, we'll join in, was where you have one down, the next one is up on pads like that, then the next one, where's it hiding, that one again, that goes down, and then the next one is up on pads, then the next one is flat, and the next one is up, the next one is up on pads, and then the next one is flat. Yeah, so the idea is that you then just have your, probably shouldn't have stuck that down yet, because in case I wanted to make that, cut that gold one slightly. So you can have them all bunched together and it's just like a little shadow up and down. That's what I thought would do. Or if you want to, you could leave a little gap and see the gold behind. Yeah, so let's go and see what we can do. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be a little tricky. I might have to stand for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is stick the sticky ones down first. Right. So everybody's getting ready for the workshop. So I'll tell you about the workshop as well. Dawn's asked me to make sure you all know about it. And if you haven't signed up for it already, hang on a second, I'm coming backwards again. You can't see, but I'm just trying to get this lined up, otherwise it's going to look a bit rubbish. There we go, there's one. Ta-da! That one's going to be there. I'm having to stand up to do this one tonight. The workshop is on Tuesday, the 12th of May at 8 p.m. in a special Facebook group that Dawn has set up for it. So it'll be available for 30 days from the 12th of May. So at the moment, if you want to get the paper kit, you can get it, but you won't get it in time to craft along with the workshop. But that's not a problem. It's sometimes quite nice just to watch Dawn crafting, and then at your leisure, you can then craft along later and pause and, you know, see what's what as you're going along. So you can send for the paper craft kit and that'll come after the workshop, but, you know, I think Dawn's still got a few kits left over. But you're it's very easy if you just want to get the, hang on a second, I'm coming off camera again just to try and get this lined up. If you want to do the digital workshop, you can just download that, pay for it, download it. It's $5.99, I think. And you can then just join in on the day, because all you need to do is then print everything out. I shall be cutting mine out probably tomorrow, but I've also got to do some typing up of the live from Thursday, which has to be done before the weekend finishes. Dawn will need it by Monday. So I'll have to do that first, and then I've got to cut all my bits out, ready for the live. Oh, this is a bit of a faff, isn't it, to do on a live, because I keep having to move around and go. Hope that I don't get it too out of kilter. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 5, written on the back so I wouldn't forget. And again. Hope you're following this all right when I keep wandering off down here to get it in right. I'm probably going to find that I get to the end and I've not done my measuring right for the gold card, because I think I did in my head think to myself, oh, I must leave that separate, and then I will trim it down the side once I've actually stuck everything. In a minute, let me see if I've got that in. That one might be a little bit wonky, but we're all right. There we go. Oh, Jo, you've been having a difficult time lately, haven't you? I know, with your sleep. A few people have been having sleeping problems, either sleeping all day or, you know, not getting sleep at night. So it is difficult. But hopefully you'll get enough fussy cutting done before the workshop. So if you haven't joined it yet, I would highly recommend you do so. And like I say, if you're not a digital person and you want the paper craft, just watch it and message Dawn or order it, see how many she's got left on the website. So the two ends I was saying, that was 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inches. And then because of the size of the card, there was 1 1/8 and 1 1/8 there. So is that 7 1/4 altogether? And hopefully I have now got that right, but I know that I've done it, but I've got a bit down the side that I would have liked to have cut off, but I stuck it too soon, didn't I? So ignore that fact that that is wider there than it is there, and just pretend that that has not happened. So stick it on your gold bit first, and then if you need to do any fine trimming, if you haven't quite measured that right, then you can do it at this stage. Then you can stick it on. Hopefully that's all right. So I'm going to lift it up a little bit, and you can just see you get those little up and down shadow effect. It's quite effective. Then I decided that I would have a bit of a band at the bottom. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do was my corners. You know, I've gone too far ahead too fast. So I also wanted corners on, because I found a tiny bit of this lovely black card that I was using for my topper. I'm going to have to stick it over that way. So I wanted to stick my corners underneath the gold and have them poking out, but a bit like that. But I don't know if I can't, because Dawn's glue is so good, I can't do it. So I'll just stick these little corners on anyway. We'll just have them. I'm not putting an awful lot of glue on it, so I'll probably need to redo that later. This is a really glittery, lovely black card that I found a little bit of. There it is, a little bit there. Look at that. I thought that was quite a sort of nightclub party vibe to go with it, seeing as I hadn't done any sort of background on the white, any edging or colouring or anything. I thought, oh, I might need a little summit on there. And I know that that whole card needs a little bit of a trim, because you can see the underneath bit as well. And I should have one more if I haven't lost it. There it is. Yeah, I'll show you a little sneak peek of the kit as well that's coming for the workshop as soon as I've done this one. I have got to trim the card that's behind a bit, because it's all sticking out at the minute. There we go. And then I'll just pop this over the top like that. Now what I'm going to do here, because I've got some of the elements up and down, then I've marked on here that I need a foam pad in those places so that it'll sit over the top of there, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to see if they're not quite. I'm going to have to chop tiny bits off. There we go. I probably need a bit more glue on the black card, because I can see it lifting, because it's that glittery stuff. I probably did need a little bit more. So hopefully by working out where the ups and downs are on the card, this will fit in the gaps if I've done it right. Let me stand up again. And I've just done it the same width as that one. I'll try and bring it so that it makes it more square, like that. And then I thought this black could be like a ribbon going along the middle there as well, seeing as I had a little bit of that. Yeah, I think it'd be nice with one of the little ones, with the little bee ones as well, the nice little bees, or the Provence. Yeah, they're good. And the cats, you could do some little mini ones, but I've seen a lot of people doing this at the minute, and I thought, oh, I'll just show you one of Dawn's new collections with it. And I've matted that on as well to some of that lovely black card. I don't know whether the sentiments are going to be slightly different. So do I want that in the middle, guys, or do I want it? Tell me where to put the sentiment on there. Do you want it in the middle, or do I want it a little bit off to the side? I'm always a person who kind of puts things off to the side. I think what you could also do with this, if you wanted to put any more little bits of flowers and bling and glitter on, you could. Can you hear my birds outside? I'm in the conservatory. Yeah. So I find that I'm enjoying ordering them as paper kits first, because then I get the digital forever code anyway. But the quality of paper is really good in the kits, so I'll get the kits and then I'm playing around with my paper and my printer at home to see what's the yeah, I think on the side as well, so what's going to be the best for me. So I've sent away for some of the Navigator paper which arrived today, and I'm trying out the ones that Debbie Moore has which Dawn's put on our website, so I can see what things I like. But then I couldn't wait for this to come, so I went and bought, I'd ordered it off Dawn's Live, and then I got too excited because I was going to do it with the vellum. I might still do something with the vellum, and I went and I just ordered the digital one as well. So don't do that, there's no need really. Dawn won't mind because then she gets extra pennies, but you don't need to do that. Right, let's see where we're going to do that, and I'm going to pop it to the side. Probably should have had that a bit higher up actually, so it was more like a belt. So this should have been a bit higher, and then that would have sat nicely, but I'm just going to go with it, seeing as I've done it now. We'll just go there. I can't even see if that's straight, but you get the idea anyway. So that was the next little card for you to have a look at. So I hope that one's giving you a little bit of an idea. You'll see loads of people doing them at the minute, so it's quite a nice, effective but simple card, because you just need to cut your things into strips, and most of us have got trimmers. So if you're not very good with all the cutting out, this one's quite a good one for you, because it's just cutting into strips and then layering it up. There you go. Yeah, I think it's a really good value. I've been getting the papercraft kits, and the quality is just brilliant. So, and I probably need to get a new printer. So you can also see there that I've got a bit of a background card sticking out there, so I need to trim that away. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing very well with trimming that away, but there we go. Just so it doesn't stick out, and I've probably got a little bit there as well. I'll do that later, but there you get the idea anyway. Lovely, so that's 2 cards we've managed to do so far. Let us move on to a quick sneak peek of the workshop before I do some peacocks. So there's a little sneak peek. So it's got a little bit of an Eastern exotic vibe to it, and it's beautiful. So this is totally different to any of the peacock things that you've got already. And Dawn's got some lovely projects for you. So I really think that we're going to love the workshop. So if you haven't got it, please do sign up, because £5.99 is quite a good buy, I think, for a workshop. I better not show you any more, because some people haven't, well, the ones who've got the papercraft kit have got it, because we've all had it sent in time, and we're all going to be trimming and snipping in that. But that really is a gorgeous workshop, so have a go with that. Right, what else have I been doing? Next one. There we go. So I'm going to do hi Helen, I don't think I've said hello to you. I don't know if I've missed anybody joining. Gillian's there as well. Karen. I think everybody else, Joe's there. I think everybody else has been on for a little while. So if I've missed anybody, please excuse me. But we're going to have a little play with the peacocks, which this was going to be changed into dragons, but then I actually had all the stuff already ready for the peacocks, so that's just why I went back to peacocks again. But we'll see what I do as we're going along. I seem to have done, I don't know what time we are, but we've got plenty of time at the minute. So what I have done, I have got a lovely bit of blue shiny card that I found in the Peacock collection that I bought from Dawn. I do believe it was in there. So I've got one of the big packs of blue card, glitters and blues that goes with it really nicely. I have just used a one of my rectangle dies to cut the middle out on my die cutting machine, and then I've run it through one of Dawn's, don't know whether Dawn's got this one on. This was one of Dawn's Spellbinders ones. She's got a few bits and pieces on her website. Like I say, she's got the Better Press one. I think the one she's got on the website had peacock feathers on, but this is the one I've got. This is a peacock motif, so I used that to run through. You can use any embossing folder that you have. I also had a little play while I was doing it with this lovely, this is another one that goes with the peacocks. So this is Dawn's Cameo Frames. So if you want to have a look on the website, I think she's got some of these bits and pieces still available. And I did cut some of these out, they're lovely. So I have got plenty of these to have a play with. Cut some middly bits out. And then I also did the same. I've chosen the rectangle for now, but I could easily have chosen this oval shape. I love the peacocks in the background. Did it in the blue and I did it in white. Really nice, and I think that white on white would be a lovely option. So I did a little bit of cutting out of that, but one I've gone for now today is this rectangle. Now you can see a little bit when because it's a 3D embossing folder, it has cracked some of the card a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see a little bit of white through. It's double-sided, but that doesn't matter because we're going to put a little bit of wax on, and that will take that away. Now I've chosen from the Peacock collection one of the toppers, and what we're going to do is like a little shadow box thing. In my stash, so that's cut to, sorry, that was a 5x7, and then the rectangle in the middle. I've got another 5x7 for the back. There, I'm not going to gut it, so because of what I'm doing with it. I think I've put some little marks on the corner so I know where my corners have to be. Yeah, I have. That's going to go onto there. And I've got a spare bit of white in case I needed it for anything. And then we're going to have our peacock frame over the top. But then we're going to put some sides on. So we're also making a shaker card out of this. So it's getting a bit complicated. I should probably have written all the stages down. Yeah, the embossing folder, Julie, is stunning. I think it might be that way around, actually. Yeah, it is. And yeah, make lovely, lovely frames. I like the oval shapes as well. So have a look on Dawn's website if you haven't got them already. That's my bits of spare paper. So as well as your 5x7 that you cut your aperture out of, which can be whatever shape you want, I've chosen that in the finish because it just went perfectly with that topper that I chose. That's why I actually decided I was going to go for that. But let's have a look and I'll show you what it looks like. You might prefer just to focus on that a bit more. And that looks stunning as well. So it's entirely up to you what you would like to do. So we're going to make it into a shaker card, and I have to try to make sure that I do things in the right order and I don't do things wrong. So I've got to take my time a little bit on this. This was a little bit thin, so I also have made, from some of the little bits of leftover, little struts because I wanted to just give it a little bit more depth. So I've made a couple of little strips to go on there and top and bottom as well. So they were just cut out to size. And then the other thing I've got are two panels that are the 7 inches down by 2 inches wide. And if I get my little scoreboard out, you're going to know straight away once you see what I do with it. Oh, guys, where did I put the scoreboard? I have everything ready to go, and I tried to keep it all handy, but I've got so excited and carried away with all the bits of paper that I've been showing you. Let me stand up because it'll probably be right in front of my face if I stand. Take my cardie off. Right, put that down there. It was somewhere up here, so let me just go back up and where you can't see and see if I can find my little scoreboard, because I just don't want to not use it. Where on earth have I put it? What is going on, Angela? Right, let me go back on my little table here where I've got all the goodinses that we've been working with. And it's probably underneath this. I've got extra dragons out ready. There it is. It's underneath all my bits of papers. Just got my little mini one, so it's nice and handy. Right, so that one was 2 inches by 7 inches for the card. So whatever, it's 2 inches wide, and then whatever depth you decide your card is going to be, you will make this the same depth, because we're going to make little side panels to create a little box frame. So you can do this in any size you like, but always make sure that the height of your side panels will match your height of your card. So you can see it's a 2-inch one. I'm going to score down at 1. I'm going to score down again at 1/2, a 1, and the next half, so 3/4. So we've got those little score lines going there. Do the same on this one. 1/2. Oh dear, I'm going wonky. 1/2, a 1, a 3/4. There you go. So we've got that scored nicely. Oh, I've turned all my notifications off. I'm not going to get this to go in there. There we go. Now don't you go far in case I need you again. It's a handy little mini scoreboard I found, and I thought, oh, it's really good size just for doing the lives, because the other one I've got's ginormous. I don't know whether I've scored them well enough, but we're going to just do a little zigzag with it. Like that. There. So make yourself like a little zigzag like that. And another one. So I'm sure you'll have all done this before. You know what's coming. That one over. Probably should be scoring down them properly and burnishing them with my tool. There we go. I'll just use my fingers today. And that's the other little side. So just going to make sure that when I do it, they're going to be the same. We're going to need some red liner tape. So you can see what we're going to do is build a little box. That's going to be the sides. I hope this is making sense now you've seen what's happening. We're going to go on there. That's going to go on there. And that's going to go in there. Yeah. The mini scoreboard is not available on Dawn Bibby website, so I shall message you, Gillian, and let you know later, because I don't think it's fair. I have to just really, if I'm using things in my own stash, that's fine, but I'll have to tell you separately because it's not fair to Dawn that she doesn't stock it, but I'll message you if that's all right. Right, so that you can see what's going to happen. So I'm not going to do that yet because I don't want to make a mess and get everything wrong, because there's one bit I'm going to do next that I need to remember to do, because if I don't remember this, it'll all go wrong. So this is my little bit I have cut out, and I've cut it out just from the size that was actually there, and it then cut my aperture to correspond with it. I do believe that it was about 4 inches. Yeah, not far off 4 and not far off 6. Now, I couldn't find my acetate, and I saw another little thing that was a good tip from somebody. All these little, where are they? These things, Polly Pockets. So if you haven't got any of your acetate and you're a bit stuck and you want to make a little shaker card, you can use your Polly Pocket. Dawn actually had something on on Thursday. She had some sheets, and I think they look a bit like they were just Polly Pocket material, and they were for doing shakers. So what we're going to do, I've cut this, so I've cut it to 2 inches wider and 2 inches longer to give me space. I'm going to turn it over on top of that. Maybe I need a bit of paper under on top of here just so you can see what's occurring. I'll just use that one. Put that on there, or I can see what I'm doing a bit better. I'm going to get my red liner tape, and we're going to make a little pocket and stick some things in. What do you call them? Sequins. I'm going to stick some sequins in. So I'm going to stick a bit of tape up here on the bottom. We're going to make a little pocket. I'm going to stick a bit more here. Thought it was a tarot card. Oh, this is in Dawn's Peacock collection, and I got it and then went on holiday. So I fiddled with it a bit before I went, which you saw. I sent Dawn some samples because I just thought I'll send them to Dawn, and then she can use them on her lives if she wants to. And I haven't then had a chance to have a play, so that's why I kind of ended up again today. My plan was peacock with this one. I thought, oh, maybe I should do the dragon as it, but then I thought, no, just stick with what I've already planned because it's easy for me. So, but you could easily do this with the dragons, and the colours are really nice, so that would look good. Before I take my red liner tape off, I usually give it a little burnish down to make sure it's stuck nicely. And I just need my pokey tool. So we have to find the pokey tool. There it is. I am over the moon for Dawn, Jo. Absolutely over the moon, because she's just got herself, she's just got so into it, and she's just got her creative juices flowing again, and she's enjoying it. And she's like every day nearly we've got new things arriving. So it's really good to see all these beautiful collections coming, and I think it's the way to go for Dawn, because she hasn't got a lot of space to stock things, and you know, you can really try to get rid of any of the little bits of muck and whatnot off me bit of plastic. But there we go. Right, let's just stick it on. Doesn't matter which way around I'm going, because I'll have a look in a minute. Hopefully I've just left one side off. You've certainly done your homework prepping. Oh, I find if I don't do a little bit of prepping, then I don't know, I'm not so good at winging it. I know some crafters can wing a lot. I can do a bit of winging, but I like to have something prepared. And then I know I always do a mock-up. So this was my mock-up, which is a bit tatty looking, and it's got a bit of vellum stuck over there. But I always like to do a mock-up and have a bit of an idea. I've cut the corners off there just to make it easier for folding. So I'm sticking it down here. I'll try not to stick my fingers to it. Stick that up there, and then bring this one in. And bring that one in. There. Now I might need to do another little bit of a trim there, or poke it all in. Might fold. No, just going to need a little trim. Hopefully I've done enough. Oops. There, stick that down. There we go. So we've made a little pocket, and it is a lovely picture. Right, now we need to fill the pocket with some little bits and pieces before we do anything, before we stick the top end down. So probably before I do that, I might just cut a few. What do I want to cut there? Oh, my brain's not working. No, I'm going to cut it afterwards because my brain's not working. Right, I have found some lovely blues, which I thought would do. And they are sequin mix that I got from Dawn. And this colour is Starry Skies. So I'll do it on this bit of paper, then I can catch them because I can guarantee you, I will get them everywhere. Oh, And Jackie, I'm just going to hoy a load in, and I don't care if there's loads in. I'm hoping that they're going to move around like the one I did in my practice. Let's have a few in. Oh, do you think that's a bit too many? I might have got a bit carried away there. Do I need to take some out? Or is that enough? I'll just do it. That'll be nice. And it's like purples and blues and loveliness, so I think that's good. That'll do nicely. There we go. So we've made our little shaker out of a Polly Pocket. So I thought that was a really good idea when I spotted that on somebody's Facebook. I can't remember who it was, but do you know what? Actually, I think it's quite good. So those little ones that Dawn had, that we were all like looking on Thursday thinking, what on earth is that? Why have we got like a little bag of plastic bags to buy? Actually, might be worth buying them, because, or just go and get a load of Polly Pockets from the pound shop, because actually this is a lot easier than all that foam as well. Although, you know, maybe the foam does look really good. It's fine though. We like something. We like some tips and different things, don't we? So I thought it was worth having a try. And I'm going to try to just cut a bit of that off there. Now I can see where I want it chopped, and hope that I seal it up well enough that they don't all escape afterwards. There we go. Pop it down. Right. Have we done that right? Let's hope so. So this bit you've got to do first. You can't go too fast doing this demo, because otherwise you'll forget what you're doing. Now I do need to get rid of those little bits there that are sticking out, because it looks rubbish. Just trying to get little bits off. I should probably have done a bit of trimming beforehand, but my brain wasn't working to tell me which bit to trim. So we're just doing it now. There we go. And is everybody watching on the Dawn Bibby website, on the Crafting with Dawn Bibby group? Because I couldn't get on there, so I'm hoping that we haven't got anybody who's stuck. There we go. There we are. I don't think they're going to fall out. Anyway, I'll put plenty in. Make sure you can see them on the web on there. Right, that's great. So we've done that bit. Excellent. Next job. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick that on here. And I tried to centre it up earlier on, and I put some little dots to remind me where it was. Now I've used the same lovely blue, because when it's 3D and it's sticking out, I'm going to be able to see sort of the colours and that on the inside. Like you can see all the black. So I wanted to make sure that the blue was there. And then actually, because it's a nice double-sided one, the back looks nice. So you could just put a little sentiment on the back, or you could mount it on a card or something as well, because we've probably got 5x7 cards easily. So I'm just going to make it like this though for the minute. And now I'm going to stick it down. I'm probably going to use my tape again. What we are looking at. I didn't use an anti-static bag on the inside of this pocket. No, I just went for it, and it doesn't seem to have a problem. Yeah, so I didn't use my anti-static bag. Anything else? Let me see if any more questions. I love sequins. Yeah, right, I think I've caught up. I'm in the group. Oh, thanks, Julie, because I was just worried a little bit because I couldn't get on in the group and I'm on my own page. Angela Laidlaw. So now I'm hoping, I've been asking Dawn, she got a little bit stuck with her YouTube channel, getting access to it. So that's why we haven't been able to download things on there just at the minute. But hopefully Dave and Debbie will help her. And then our lives and bits and pieces can then go onto that channel and you'll be able to see it. I've been saving them all that I've done as well. So, because Dawn did say I could put them on my YouTube channel if I wanted to, but I kind of feel like, well, that's a bit, I just think it's a bit, maybe a bit cheeky, but if she doesn't get sorted out, then maybe I will. But I'm hoping that she'll get some help and then she can get her YouTube channel done and we can get ourselves on there. Yeah, maybe it's the type of bag I've used, the Polly Pocket I've used. Didn't seem to have a problem with that when I did my practice run. Didn't seem to need the anti-static, but you could always do that just in case. I'm doing this because I just want to make sure it doesn't come off. So I'm using the tape. Just a second, I've got... oh, right, it's all right. My son's just come in behind me, so I was wondering what he was up to, but he's just getting something. He's creeping in and creeping out again. There we go. So I think that should stick on nicely. Just give it a little burnish. Sorry, I'm hoping I'm not banging my banging this thing above my head, because if I bang the table and I bang that, it sounds really loud on the video, and I forget when I'm doing it because it doesn't sound loud to me here. Right, I'm going to be standing up again now. Let me just put a little bit in the middle. Let me just pop a little glue on there. Make sure that everything sticks. Yeah, I want it on Dawn Bibby's page really, because I don't have everybody on my own sort of personal family page. So I've only got a few of you on who have been doing lives and things with, you know, like doing all the paperwork, admin stuff with. But if there's ever a problem with Dawn Bibby's, then I'll probably just have to let you all come on there. I have another page that is my crafting page, but I've only got like family following that as well, because nobody knows where it is. However, I am also on TikTok as well. I've been putting Dawn's things on TikTok for a little bit now as well. Started going on there, and I'll put them on Instagram, so you can find me on those. You'll see me when I'm on the on Dawn's Instagram lives. It's Angela for Crafts, so that's all that's my sort of my name when I'm crafting. But everything for Dawn I do on my Angela Laidlaw page, because it's not fair to be. I don't sell anything really, so I'm not like I'm not going to ask him. I'm not touting for business, but it's not fair. It's got to be all about Dawn really, hasn't it? So that's why. But you can follow me if you want to. Don't think Dawn will mind, because she keeps telling me just to put things on my YouTube, but I'm not. I'm waiting for her to get organised. Right, I did put some little tiny dots, so I'm going to stand up and try to see what I'm doing there. Just pulled a little bit of that out there so I can only stick down a little bit. And the reason I've done this with the little dots is because I really wanted to make sure that it lined up inside my frame. Yeah, so I've only pulled out half of the sticky thing there and then stuck it down. So I've got it in a good position, and that goes on top. Brilliant. And then now I'm happy with it. I can then think, yes, I'm going to take those out. But it just gives me a little bit of time to try and get it straightened up. There we go. So anti-static bag. See how these sequins, and now I've stuck it down, there's not as much room for them to move around in. So they get a little bit stuck to the card and the acetate, and they don't sort of move around nicely. So you can use an anti-static bag to rub onto your picture and to rub onto the acetate and onto the edges of the tape before you put your bits on to do your, what are these called? These things? Shaker cards, before you do your shaker cards. So the anti-static helps with that. The anti-static bag is also good for if you're doing any embossing with embossing powder and ink, and you want to make sure that you don't get any of the embossing powder sticking to places you don't want it. So Dawn has some, she had some Studio Light ones on her website a while ago. I don't know if she's still got them, but they're not very expensive. It's like a bit like talc really in a little bag, that kind of thing. So it just tries to help things not stick and move around. So I think the reason that's not moving as much as it was before is either static or because I've pulled that bag tight. So you could maybe be a little bit less tight on your bag, on your Polly Pocket. Does that make sense? But it's still moving, so I'm happy. And the colours are right. Right, next. Now we want to go with the, we're going to put the frame on. And we're going to use our sides. But before I put the frame on, there's another stage I want to do. So again, because I couldn't find my acetate to do all this, I've had to find other things today. So hence the Polly Pocket. This is also a bit of packaging, which is a little bit like acetate, a little bit. And I've cut a little strip of that. And the reason I've cut that is because I want to put it over the middle. So on the little mock-up, I've used something that you can see. So you can see I've put a little bit over there. And the idea will be that then we're going to get some of our little pieces and we're like going to kind of float them on top and not see, you won't see that bit because we've used clear. But I just put it on the mock-up so you could see it. So we're then going to decorate it with our little creatures, peacocks, not creatures. We're going to decorate it, but there it'll look better because we won't see that piece of paper running across. So I just got a bit of packaging and cut a bit out, but you could also find a bit of your acetate and do that. I'm just going to straighten it up so that it's just a small thin bit that is not very obvious. And then we're going to put it on the back, but I'm just going to have a little look first where I want my floating elements. No, Helen, never ever think any of your questions are daft, because there's probably somebody else sitting there thinking the same thing. And if you never used any of those little bags before and you don't know what we're talking about, you just need to ask. That's fine. You know, and I don't know how much crafting everybody's done in the past and what things they've done, or whether they're just expert crafters. But really, I think even those of us who've crafted for a long time, you forget about things and you don't remember things. And then somebody will do something, you think, oh, I forgot about that technique. I forgot about that. So please do ask. So the sequins I've used came from Dawn. This was a sequin mix from Picket Fence and it's called Starry Skies. Now Dawn had a whole load of sequins on Thursday again, I think it was. So she's still got different colours. I don't know what colours she's got left, but she's on live on Sunday night, so you could always ask her or message her and say, what sequins have you got? But before we do our sticking things together, I want to think about where I'm going to place my other elements. So I've cut a few things out and I'm hoping I've cut out something that's going to be useful. And going to look nice, because I haven't actually done that bit yet. Otherwise I'm going to have to do some very fast cutting, which you know I'm not very fast at doing. So I've cut a couple of things out. Again, from my collection. I've gone for the blue ones. I'm going to go around it. So I've got a big one. I don't watch where I put that, because then I'll go over the top of that one. And I've got this one. So I could stand that one up, because then you can see those two. Let me push it up a little bit and then you can all put your 2pence in and tell us what you think. I thought I was going to have this big one. I could still have that big one, but I need to perhaps maybe get rid of one of those flowers. And then I could have the big one down there, just sort of in the middle. Kind of wanted a statement one, really. Maybe I will have that and just go with it. But then you can't see the peacock in the background. This one was a little one that I trimmed off somewhere, and I feel as though that one might need a few more flowers and bits adding to it, and I don't want it to look like it's like a ginormous thing sticking. Oh, do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? It's like perspective, isn't it? Looks a bit weird if it's not right. I don't know if that needs to be like that. There, that's a smaller one. So we need somebody to vote on that. That looks, if I get it around about there, it kind of looks like it's standing around that. And then you can still see that, and you can still see that. So that one I think at the minute is maybe a good one to have a go with. But just bringing it a bit further down. There we go. And if I went for the big one, I think I'm going to need to cut the flower off, and it's just going to be a bit too, yeah, it's going to cover the design. So let's get rid of that one because we don't want that. And I've got a little flower there in case I need it for anything, so I can always chop a flower off. So let's go with that one. And I'm going to plan where I'm going to put it, and then I'm going to stick my acetate on, which, because it's clear, I keep losing. There it is. So let's see that there. That was going to go somewhere. Let me just lift it up so I can see it, because I know you're looking, but I need to just see where I want it. How's that? Is that down far enough? Yeah, we're all after the smaller one. Definitely the smaller one is better. And it looks like it's sort of in the right perspective then, doesn't it? Yeah, and then if I stick this across here, you won't see that, you see. And I can make it look like it's floating a little bit. So I think maybe that position's all right. Does that look all right in that position, guys and gals, folks? We all want the small one. Right, let's go. So I'm going to just leave that there, turn it over, and I need a mark on here, a bit of white. I want the feet, I want it like that. Yeah, the reason the tail is not hanging off the card, Joe, is because this particular one came from a rectangle topper and it didn't have the rest of its tail. So it kind of is a bit like a square-edged tail, which is going to be down the side of the card. Right, I've marked on the back, so now I can move it away and hope for the best. And I'm going to get my measuring, just so it's about right, and get my little white pen again so I know where I am. Yeah, everything looks a bit wonky when I am when I'm doing things, especially at this, because I'm at this funny angle. But actually, to be fair, I'm probably wonky anyway. So I'll maybe do that in centimetres if it's more. 4.2. Oh dear, you know you don't have to do this, but I am going to mark the bottom of it. That's about the same as that side. Right, now I'm going to stick this on. Where's my tape again? Are you going to put foam pads on the back of the peacock? I don't know. I shall have a look when I get there. That's probably what I'm to do at the end. I just need to plan it because I need to have the acetate stuck down before I do the next step of sticking the card together. And I am going to use the red liner again. I just want to make sure. I might even put extra glue on top of the red liner and make sure it all sticks well, because I've got this embossed, really good embossed image. There we go. Really excited about tomorrow night as well, because we've got Dawn and hopefully Debbie Moore is also going to be on the live. I know she's doing a hobby maker tomorrow, so might have problems or get back late, but it would be nice. I do think she might be coming on. She said that on her own live the other day, when I was watching Debbie on live, that she was coming to be on with Dawn. I'm not giving anything away. Hopefully, because she's with Dawn, she will be there. Right, let's see if we can stick this across. And I'm going to have enough. Oh. There we go. So I've put a little strut across that's going to be hidden, and that can then stick my little bits and pieces on and look like they're floating. Okay, now the other thing I did when I was getting this ready, I thought this was a little bit flimsy, so I want to also stick some struts down this side before I stick the edges on. So oh yeah, Debbie did mention it, didn't? Were you watching the same one? Yeah. So let's get Dawn's glue on it. And I'm just going to put it on the edge because I am sticking things to this as well. Let's see if that's good enough. Dawn's glue is good. There we are. So I'm sorry, I'm doing something completely different to what Dawn was expecting me to do, but I shall catch up with it another day. I'll do another live, but you've seen the vellum anyway, haven't you? I don't get to play with it. Birds, can you still hear those birds? I can still hear them. They're all getting ready for bed, twittering away outside. There we go. Tracy's got a small child's wooden chair to use when making 3D cards at iView. Very good idea. But I can't really get above onto this because I've got a massive Kindle Fire tablet thing, which is what I do my lives on, and it's set up above my head, so I can't do a lot of getting over the top of this very easily when I'm working here. Can you get Helen, can you just get internet on your Sky Glass and go in via the internet, because you can get different shopping channels on YouTube. They're usually on YouTube at the same time, so you might be able to get on that way if you just go via the internet, if you can't get them on the pages they're supposed to be on. Depends whether I think Sky Glasses are probably quite smart sounding. Yeah, so try YouTube. There we go. So we've got that ready, and now we're on to this, putting the sides on and sticking it all together, and then we'll do some decorating with the little toppers. So that's ready to go there. That is ready to go there. Fortunately, I have put it on the right way because the pattern of the peacock feathers is supposed to be that way up. So I've now got my little floating bit there, and we need to stick the edges on. So let's get the edges, and again we're going to use I'm going to use red liner on this. So let me put it up where you can see it again. I do believe Dawn has packs of red liner tape because that's where I got my last lot from, like a bundle pack. Have a look on her website. And I'm using it because of it with this construction. I just thought maybe it would be safest bet to use the red liner tape because it's strong. Who's forgotten that you were on, that I was on? Oh, is it Sam joining in? It's all right, Sam, no worries. You've been a busy bee with all your flower arranging. You don't mind, and you can always watch back. So hello to anybody who is watching this on replay. I do appreciate all the views, even if it's after, because I know not everybody is around. There are a few other people doing lives on a Saturday night, and I know some people go and watch them, and it's also some people go out I don't have a social life, therefore I don't go out. This is my social life. But other people do, so you may well be watching this on catch up, and that's fine. And also, some people go to bed early. My next door neighbours are normally in bed by about 9 o'clock at the latest. So some people may not be around still watching this. I've got my other bit. Where's it gone? Oh, this is what happens because I get excited and I have all the things on the table. There it is. So I want to do this the same way. So I'm going to do that way. There we go. Hello, Angela. Oh, it's Lillian. Oh, hello, Lillian. I'm so pleased to see you. I know Lillian from one of the other groups I'm in that I watch with her. And I just sneakily told people that I was doing lives and encouraged them to come and join in. So it's lovely to see you, Lillian. Thank you very much for joining us. There's a few of us ladies who do lives on here, so you'll always be able to have a little look and see when you haven't got anything to watch. See who's on. What is this social life thing you're talking about? Yeah, I don't have one of those nowadays. My social life is my crafting community. So all these lovely ladies that I meet on Dawn Bibby's websites and groups, and all the lovely ladies that I meet on other sites like Lillian. So Lillian, what we're doing this evening, as I'm just busy making a little card, like a 3D thing, and mixed with a shaker, using some of Dawn Bibby's new digital collection. She also does it as a paper craft kit, and peacocks. It involves peacocks. I'll show you in a minute. I'm just burnishing this down ready. I'm going to stick it all together and then it'll be nearly there. You've arrived at the right time to see it nearly finished. So hang about. Don't go anywhere, Lillian. Grab a packet of crisps or something, or a packet of biscuits. Everybody say hi to Lillian. She's lovely. Right, so we've now got that ready to go. And I don't again want to make a mess doing this. So I'll stick it. I'm going to stand up again. So hopefully I won't bash. This is what we've got so far. We've got a little background, which we've stuck some lovely sequins into. And I'm now going to put my side panels on, which is going to then lift the front bit up. So let's have a little go. Oh my goodness, I can hear my little dog crying. This is where I find it difficult because I'm coming from a funny angle. So hang on a second. Right, let's go. I'm going to try and line it up there. Let me come right over the top, and I hope I don't knock the device. Stick it on. Ta-da! We've done that successfully. Hooray! This is the bit that I dreaded because I'm trying to make sure that it stays lined up. Let's get the next one off. Do the same again. I like it all to match, so I'm going to make sure my little inny outy bits are the same on both sides. Turn around again. I'm coming above me laptop thing again. And I'm just trying to get it lined up. Don't suppose it's too much of a big deal if it's a little bit wonky, because we are sometimes a bit wonky. There we go. So that's that one. Yeah, Lillian, it's an absolutely brilliant group here. Oh dear, can you hear Albie? He is barking. He says, where's my mum? I want to go and see my mummy. I might have to let him in. Let me open the door for him. Who are you barking at? Who are you barking at? Do you want to come and sit in your little bed next to me? Come and see the ladies. I'll have to get you on one day just so you can see them, because they do like the little puppy dogs. Right, we're nearly there. Exciting. So I'm going to put this bit on the top now. Yes, Lillian is a fantastic group. I'm going to have to let him out the back door. That's actually what he wanted. He did not want his mum. There you go. 'Tis raining though. I think he'll just take one look at that and come back in again. Right, let's have a go at this bit again and see if we can do it. Little Albie. He did miss me, mind, when I was on my holidays. Bless him. He wasn't a happy chicken, and he's been sticking to me like glue since I got back. I'm going to open that one out now. I need to make sure my bits are the right way around. So my acetate bit's down the bottom there, isn't it? So let's make sure we do that. Oh, got to get back up again. In and out my seat tonight. Oh, I think I want to go that way. Diddly-dee, there. That's it. I'm going to go this way. If anything sticks over the edge, then hopefully we'll just be able to trim it. There you go. How's that worked? That looks promising. It's looking promising. Right, let's get this bit on again. Oh, it's taken me a little while, Lorraine, just to get everything ready for it. So that's the thing. I know you work, and luckily I'm lucky that I don't work. Now this is the bit I'm going to go wrong with. No, I'm not. Have faith, Angela. You shall not go wrong. You shall go right. It shall be perfectly fine, and it shall be perfectly straight. Ooh, I'm knocking me camera. Hooray! Ta-da! It has worked. Right, and just make sure it all sticks down there as well. There we go. So we now have our little foldy uppy outy thing. You can see it there. And that. So I will maybe put it on a little stand. I might put a little kickstand on, or I might stick a card blank to it, or I'll probably just put it in my stash until somebody wants it as a card. So yeah, as long as you're nice, you can come in the group, it's fine. So something else I thought I would like to do is show you some of the pastes that Dawn had the other day, and I think I bought them and I wasn't sure anybody else did, so she probably has still got some left. So I got two. I actually just asked Dawn to send me a couple of whatever she thought would go nicely with the different collections. So she sent me a lovely, I bought them, she hasn't given me them, just so you know. This one, I don't even know what colour that is, but look at it, it's gorgeous. Oh look, this is my new favourite thing. I want to put it on everything. And do you know what? It smells, this is called Honey Gold, I can see there in tiny words. It smells of oranges. And it is absolutely delicious. I wish you could smell. It's wonderful. So this is a wax paste. And that's a little bit of the one I did the other day. Oh, I was going to do it with me dibber, so I didn't get mucky. I can't do things with dibbers. Let's have a go and see if I can. I'm so used to doing everything with my finger. If I can't do it with my dibber, I'll give up. Go back to my finger. And I'm just going to go over the top. Oh, look at that. I love the warm in that. Looks fabulous. It's going on all right with my little dibber. Can you see? Can you see that? Am I in the right place? There. And then I got the other one is called Antique Paste, and this one is gold. So this is a bit more solidy waxy than the other one, but they both smell of deliciousness. So put a little bit on that side and you can see the difference. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I don't like it off unless it's on my finger. Ha! There you go. Especially on the screen up there, I need to get a lot on so you can see it better. Look at that. I absolutely love it. So this is one of my new favourites, just a Pentart one. And I love that gold, honey gold. And then I'm going to get me little raggy bit and buff that off a bit. But I think it just looks marvellous. And then this side, I did it on the deboss side as well, so you could see. That's a really nice effect. So I know Dawn will have some of these left because you didn't all want them when she had them on. Maybe she'll have them on Sunday. Or just drop her a message. But it's just lovely. And because they smell of orange, they're really nice to work with. I know that sounds a bit weird, but some of these products that you get are so, do you know, like awful smelling that you don't want to use them. But this is just like, I need to use this all the time because it's just oranges. They're blending nicely together. So I'm going to put some of that onto the, Lillian thinks she's got some in her stash and Lorraine thinks she's got all the colours. She's got it in lavender. Oh, I think I might need lavender now. I didn't know there was a lavender one. But yeah, it's really, really nice and it smells yummy. So I think I'm going to put a little bit on I did it on that one. You can see when I did my little mock-up, I did a bit on there and I thought it looked nice. And because I've got a little bit of the thing showing, I'm just going to do it on here anyway. I'm going to use my finger and then I'll just tidy myself up after. Dabble a bit on there so it's not too thick. And then I'm just going to go softly with my middle finger. I think your middle and your ring finger are ones that you put the least pressure with, if I remember rightly. So that's why they're good to use. And I'm just going to put a little bit on. And then you can see that. Just bringing it to life. It's a really lovely embossing folder. I don't have the peacock feather one, but I think I might. I don't know if Dawn's got any of them left. Albie's gone back to eating his dinner now. I can hear him. But I've chosen the honey gold one because I just love that. It's my favourite one at the minute. But you could pick the other gold if you want. There we go. So I just think that looks lovely. There. So I'm going to, probably could have done that actually before I did the, you know, put it together. But I kind of wanted to just show you it at the end. So that's where I didn't do it straight away. There you go. Just going to get a little wet cloth to get my fingers cleaned, otherwise we're going to have it everywhere. And then we'll stick our peacock on. My little dirty rag and my little thingy rag, and I'll just get it off my fingers. Pinched one of Albie's wipes. That's for when I clean his little ears. He has poor little ears. There we go. So that was the lovely pastes, either the antique paste or the the metal wax paste, and give Dawn a shout. But doesn't that look lovely? Really pleased with it. Ooh, smashing. Right, next, what are we doing now? Right, we're going to have a little look at what we're going to decorate up the front with, just a little bit, and what we're going to put onto our little floating island. So we decided we were going to put a little fella up there onto that. And I'll see, did I do a little sentiment as well? I'm not going to stick anything down, and I probably hang on a second, I stop talking to you because I'm going quiet, aren't I, while I'm thinking. Let's just pop you up there so people can still see it, and I'll just have a go with a little trim on this to see if I want to use this little That's a bit wonky. Let's get that side straight first and then do that one. Now this little device is older than Isla, and Isla is now 24, so I don't think any of you will have this one. I managed to stick that on there a bit wonky. That's why it was wonky. I think I must have done it with my scissors. It's fine. And I got this little thing when I lived in Australia, and I was introduced to scrapbooking because they like doing that out there. And I did at the time. And the ladies, I've got loads of little bits from them. Right, I did do that wonky, so I think I'm going to go with, I was going to make it a little square, but I'm now going to make it not a square because I have stuck it all down wonky, so I'm just going to go with the wonky. And we shall do that. Who's going to bed? Helen's going to bed. Oh, got a bad stomach. Bless you. Well, I hope you get some sleep and it feels better tomorrow. But thank you for joining us, and you can watch on catch up if you want to see what else we do. There we go. So I've got that little sentiment, which I just thought I was going to stick over there as well. I'm going to just wait and see what it looks like on the screen, because then I can see what I'm doing. I do need something else because I don't like that just like it is there. Do I want a little, do I want a little bit of floral with it on there? A bit wonky. Let's have a look. I'm just going to wait for my screen to catch up and then I can see it on my screen. Yeah, I need something else there. And I can still see the peacocks in the background. I can still see the bandstand. So I think that's what we're going to do. There we go. So let us stick. There we are. Thank you, Lillian. Oh, Helen, I hope you get your scan soon and they can sort you out. Now, before I stick this on, the other thing I wanted to do, I've got my bit of paper here. I need to just go around the edges a bit with some of my ink because I can see the white bits. Is that the right colour? Yeah, that one will do. I'm just doing it onto some cardstock so I can use it later as a like a little background. I'm just going to go around the edges of my peacock to make sure that there's no white bits sticking out. And I've cut it out quite roughly. I didn't do too much feathering, so I could just show you that you don't have to do a lot of the feathering and make it too fancy. You can cut these out in a more simple manner because I know they're a little bit. I'm going to give his little head a bit more. There, that should just take the white off him a bit. Maybe just go around him on the back to make sure. There we go. So he's all happy and nice. And where's my flowers that we found? Get the flowers and do the same. And this is the lovely, I love my Studio Light inks. Been enjoying them. Been really nice working with them. What was I doing with them the other day and I thought I would tell you about it. I don't remember. I'm going to have to think. It'll come back to me. Right, so I've used one of the blues there just to get the edges off the white. And I'm keeping this on here so I can use that to make into something another time. I'll turn it back over actually and we'll just work on the white. I don't know if that's easier for you to see. Right, I've got to remember where I had it, haven't I? Now. Oh dear. Let me stick a bit of tape on those feet. And I'll use blue. Do you want to be in, Albie? Do you want to come and sit in your little seat? In your little bed? There you go. Come on in. I'll put a picture of him on for you. You can see what he looks like. He's all smart. He's just had his hair cut. I have it there. I'm going to try and get that edge to the edge really, and I've got his feet on the, yeah, that'll do. Got his feet on the little bit of acetate that I put over so that it could float and just support it a little bit. And then it would all look like it was just floating up. Thank you, Sam. We all had a bit of a say in where to position it, to be fair, a bit earlier on. I'll put that on there, and I want a bit of glue on the, oh, I don't want it on that bit, I want a bit on there. It's going down the side, isn't it? There, that should work. Let's hope it does. Right, let me get myself positioned and then I'll come back to you. Hang on a second. I'm coming up again. Blow my neck. Up and down, up and down. I got it in the wrong place, did I? No, I did it in the right place. Just went over a little bit, it's fine. I think I've got a tiny bit sticking out at the back, but I will rectify that with a little something later. And then I was wanting this one on there, and I might have that one up a height. I'll just put that one flat, I think, and then I'll put the other one up a height. There we go. A little bit of tape on that side. And I'm going to go in the middle. Birds still going at it, aren't they? Nobody has not come and sat next to me, but he's all right. He's behind. That one. There. Just put a little bit there. And should stick on all right because I'm using the red liner, so we'll be all right. There we go. And then just pop this up here. Where's my floaty thing? Try and find me a little floaty thing. And get it in there. That's it. My little floaty bar. And then I've just done that little flower. So we'll just maybe pop a little, let's see which way round. That way round. I just want a tiny little bit of 3D foam on that one. Let's have a little look. Oh, oh, oh. Where do I want it? Wait a minute. Be fine wherever I put it, I think. Should stick on. Have I got that the right way round, guys? Is it that way round? Which way? Which way? My brain's gone funny. Am I that way? Or am I that way? I think the roses actually look like they want to be that way. Oop, oop, oop. And get them picked up again. Yeah, my roses want to be there. So I'm just going to do that. And we'll be fine. Get over the top again. And just pop it on. There. So just hide his little feet a little bit and bring it in. There. So now it was just up to you maybe whether you want to do any more little embellishments or not. So let me just pick up some of the mess before I go on and see what else we might want to put on or not. What does anybody think? Get those bits out the way. Close that little pot. Keep that one. That's another bit of acetate. Keep that, and I can just get rid of those bits. Right, in the bin. Okie dokie. That might have been better up on a foam pad as well, but I've done it now, so never mind. yeah, you could stick them up on foam pads, but it still looks nice. I'm happy with it. Let me just look. Yeah, lovely. And I put that like rusty, rosy gold round because it was picking up the colour of that wax that I put on. And then if you want to add any more to it, we've got, oh, I think we could put stickles on there. Thank you, Jo. Thank you, Michelle. So I think it's just fiddling now, which I probably will want to do maybe later because I just like to, oh, I'm going to wait and see where this goes. This is nice, this kind of beady thing. Yeah, this is the play, which I might do later, and then I'll put it onto the page when I've decided if I want to use any of these little nice things, because there's some lovely peacocky coloured things that might want to be stuck on, or might not want to be stuck on, I don't know. Got these ones as well, look. Oh, have we got Sarah here? Hello, Sarah. Bit quiet. Oh, it's fine. You just watch and hopefully we'll help you feel a bit better. And I hope you're okay, not too unwell. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go away and think about my other embellishments, but I'll probably fiddle around with a bit of stickles, and I'll probably fiddle around with some of my little bejeweled bits and decide what would like to be included. If that's all right, I shall do that later because I'm very indecisive and I won't make a decision now. You'll be here all night. But that's basically the design of the card that I've done. So we've got a shaker in the back using a Polly Pocket as our container. We've got Dawn's Peacock Collection. Lovely, lovely design in the back. And then I've fussy cut out one of the peacocks, some flowers and a sentiment. I have used some of Dawn's lovely card as well, that blue one. And we've also put some lovely wax paste on and lovely sequins. So we've had a nice little time doing that one. Let me just see what time it is now. 9:30. So I have got something else I haven't finished doing. Karen Boland, are you coming in as well? You can watch back later, that's fine. I'll show you, anybody who's just come in, what we've done so far. So we started with a little mini pussycat, nice and simple, just layered up, and a bit of inking around the edges, and I put some of the little butterflies on 3D. So I'm going to go back again with those and play with my stickles on there to get a little bit of glitter and bling in it. And then we've done this one, which is the new collection that's just come out and is on the website now. So that's quite a big card, must be for a big celebration. I'm going to need to put an insert in that as well. I think it'll look better if it's got a nice insert inside. And that's got that like little up and down shadow thing effect that you could do, which I think would also look nice with just, you know, little small strips on these sizes as well. It would look quite effective. Or with the studio, those, what are those papers called? Like perfect papers, but not perfect papers. Can't remember the brand. You know, the ones where somebody remind me what they're called. They've got peas in them and they're papers, and we have Provençal patterns and we have floral patterns, we have animals, and we have all sorts. Paper favourites. There you go. My brain will eventually get there. So we've got paper favourites as well. They would do nicely in that style, but I think that's quite nice, that little card. Thank you, Debbie. I got there eventually. So I'm just going to have one more little look. If anybody wants to stay and do one more. If I can find it. Where have I put it? I've got one more card that I have prepared. I can do the start of it and I can always finish it later. I'm not as sleepy yet. I do very easily lose things, don't I, when I'm sitting here? And I have to stand up and have a little look around. They're all in little Polly Pockets, ready. Lost it. So where are my Polly Pockets gone with all my cards in? Let's have a little look. You can go though if you want to go and you're busy. No worries. Maybe it's a sign that I can't find the last Polly Pocket with all the card making in. Where on earth have I put it? Oh, I had another one all ready for you. Ridiculous. It's because I've got so many things out. Not that one, is it? No. Is everybody leaving me? Let me put that there so you've got something to look at while I'm... Oh no, not that one. That's the mock-up. Look at these while I'm seeing if I can find my last make. Otherwise I'll have to just go. Honestly, what a crazy woman. It cannot be very far, as I'll be taking it. Right, under the table. Under Albie's bed. Over here with all of the rice papers. Can I do it from scratch without my bag of goodies? I don't think so. Because I like to be ready and prepared. And I'm going to have to do it as a little reel. And honestly, I just can't understand why I can't see it. It's bemusing me. Oh, I know where it'll be. I took my cardigan off. Is it under there? No. Right, well, I'll have to just give up. I'm going to show you what I'm making. I haven't even got a mock-up for it, have I? The mock-up's in the bag. It is a mystery. I don't know why I can't find my last project. It has just disappeared off the face of the earth. Did I leave it in with my peacocks? Yes, please talk amongst yourselves while I see if I can find it. Otherwise I might have to just make it from scratch and try and remember what I did. But I had everything ready and cut. I'm just feeling distressed that it's disappeared. Really upsetting me because I have got another thing ready for you. And it probably has fallen down underneath the flowers or in the bin, under the table. Is it up here? Not up there. Not in this pile, is it? No. Well, that's a mystery. I might have to give up on that then. Oh, I can't find my card that I was going to make, Wesley. Watching TV, so it's lost. Right, what am I going to do now then? Oh, I'm really upset with myself now. I've got another one ready for you, so that'll have to be next week's. Let's have a go at this mess then, seeing as we had it ready. And then that can be the thing I wasn't going to do. But I will do it. And see if it looks any good. So I've got this on some mulberry paper. And I've just sewed a is it with the printouts you've shown at the beginning? It probably is. Shall I just look in those printouts again? Right, last chance. Last chance. Oh, it is here. Well done. That Patricia has saved the day. We might still do that messy one, but I didn't want to do that till it was the end. And I haven't actually decided what this one's going to be decorated as properly yet. So so we might also change ourselves. Right, this is my mock-up. I found it. So we're going to do a gatefold card with a little pop-up inside. It's not in another room, I had them all ready. So that was my little mock-up ready. And I have cut all my bits and paper out ready for it as well. But I haven't got all the, I didn't have time to cut out lots of little embellishments. So I think the embellishing bit might have to happen a bit later, but we'll see. I've cut the shapes out. So I have started with a card blank. This was a 5x7, I do believe. Let me get that. I want that there now, so don't lose it. And I need my measurer. My measuring stick has gone, so let me just check on there because that'll tell me what it was. Yeah, 5, and I think it was a 5x7, and I cut it down to a 5x5. A little origami pocket. That is what I'm doing. Little origami pocket. And everybody's had lovely sunny days today, but not me. We've had horrid rain and very cold. Right, so I've got that ready, and I'm going to score it with my scoreboard to make the gatefold part. Because it was 5 inches square, I will score at 2.5. I'm not sure which way round I want to fold it. I'll do that and then it's ready. And then I've got this one as well, the other way. Again, I'll go, oops, getting a bit wonky. I have not been drinking, I promise. There we go. So we've got that and that. Seems to be that way is better. There we go. So I'm going to say good night. Good night, Jackie. No worries. Thank you for joining us. This is just a little extra bonus for the late stayers, because I had another thing ready. I had so many things ready. I've just got too many things to do because it's just all of Dawn's lovely things. Right, so we've made our little gatefold out of our 5x5. And we're going to decorate that up. And then we've got our piece of card, which I have done double-sided, and I have used the dragons for this. So the dragon colours, the background papers, I thought they were lovely. And I've cut that to 10x5. Okay. So what we need to do, let me remember, I don't want to make a mistake when I'm doing this. So I'm going to do 2.5 again there and score. Ooh, watch you don't go wobbly wobbly like me. There, that one. Turn it round. And I'm going to do another 2.5. Done it double-sided on purpose because you're going to see bits when you're opening that origami pocket. Okay. Then we're going to fold them in. And hopefully, if we get it right, it will work. Just go down that, and then I'm going to fold the other one in. That's just a bit fluffy on the edges, you'll see, because I've just had to change the blade on my trimmer. It was making it all fluffy, so just ignore that. Right, now we need to fold corner to corner. Have I been on 2 hours? I know, but I had already got this planned, Karen, so I just wanted to do it. I need to know where the middle is because I want to fold that down and be exactly in the corners. Probably make a mess of this bit with it being late as well. See if I do it right. Go there and there. And that way as well. You can use these little pockets in your journals as well, can't you? The origami pockets fold. Let's hope I'm doing it right. I'll know if I should have not done it in a minute when I've finished. I'm going to do the same on that side. And fold another one down. I know there's loads of you though who just like to stay here all night, so we shall not be here all night, but I might as well get this one started. And if I don't get it fully finished, I'll finish it later. There. Now what I would like to do with the dragons is actually make one of my little books, my mini books. So I think I'll do that. I know Lorraine's been doing some lovely journaling, making journals. And we're doing a little mini one on the workshop, aren't we, with Dawn? And I thought I might do that with the dragons. Right, so I've got those little diamond folds now at either end. I'm going to pinch those bits up. Can you see that? And then fold that over. It's probably not the best because I haven't got a pointy end there, so it may not work, but we'll have to hope for the best. Same again on that side. I'm going to pull those ones in and then do that, fold it down, and then there's our little pocket. So when we open up the card, our little pocket will be in there. That's it. Lovely. Now what we can do next is stick it into the card. We should do that bit now. So I need to fold it in, and I've got that middle bit lined up with the middle fold on there and the bottom middle on that one. That should go over there like that. That should go over there like that, and then they should all open up. So I need some glue on that bit. Get my glue out. I know I'm not supposed to use as much of Dawn's glue as I do, but I get carried away, don't I? Let's hope it's going to work. Ooh, that looks promising. And then do the same on the other side. Put glue on here. And close it over. So hopefully it will all close nicely. There we go. And then we've got a little surprise on the inside when we open it up. Now I don't know whether I'm supposed to have glued behind that square as well. Probably could have done to make sure it sits firmly, but it actually doesn't seem to matter. It's working all right. I can always shove a little bit of glue down the back later if I want to. Probably should have put my little decoration in there first. And I did actually want to decorate the back there as well, but I got, because I'm doing it last and quickly, I'm not thinking ahead. So that is probably fortunate that I have not glued that, because I wanted to put this in there. So just pretend I have glued that in there as well. So that's been cut to size for the back. Not quite the right size, she says. Might be the other way around, because the damask was running sideways, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It wasn't running up and down, it was running sideways. So there, that was going to be in there as well. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to give it a go at sticking it down and have a go and hope I can get it in. Maybe should not use Dawn's glue because hers sticks too quickly. So that should have gone in first. But there you go. These things happen. Just pretend I've done this the right way. And I'm not like trying to make it up. Trying to fix it as I go along. There. Stuck that one in there. So that was just to give that a little bit of colour on those back panels, and I was going to stick in there, so I might be able to, I might just be able to cut a little triangle and put them in later, so we'll do that later. let's pretend I didn't do that. Now this one I was going to stick in the middle as another colour in there. Cutting out for Tuesday. Should be making a baby card for my daughter and son-in-law. Well, I'll have to do my cutting out tomorrow. I'm not ready at all. Just stick that in there, and it's just on a little wonky angle. Now, I'll tell you what I was going to do again. I was going to use my paste. Probably run out of glue now. And I wanted to put a little bit of colour on the edges. I might have to re-glue it. Now I'm trying to do this at a funny angle, so it's not going to look very nice and professional, but I'll do it so you just see the idea anyway. But I just thought that that is lovely and decadent with the purple. Right, pretend I've done that already and did it right. Stick that in there. Pretend that that's straight and not wonky. Everybody. So it starts to go a bit pear-shaped when it's coming to the end of the night, doesn't it? There we go. I'll just put that there, and it's the gold is going all over the place, but it's fine. I don't mind. There we go. And I was going to do that around all the edges, but I forgot to do that as well. So we will do it for the front panels. We'll go around the edges. So I'm going to stick these on the front. I sometimes edge my cards with gel pens. Yeah, that's a good idea. Instead of layering it, I was thinking, oh, I could use that paste again instead of matting and layering, and just put a bit of the gold edging down. And it's just sort of subtle on this damask, but it looks all right. There we go. I've still got people watching, so not everybody's gone to bed. I can see how many are watching this time on my page. When I'm on Dawn's, I can't see. Normally it says I've got 4 people or 3 people, but I can see on mine today, so that's nice. Thank you very much. Nice to have you all here. There's one. I'll do the same on this one. This is just one-sided printed out, this one, because I was going to put that on the front panel. I probably should have gone down with one of these. I remember thinking to myself that might make it look a bit more neat. At the minute I'm just going a bit haywire with my finger, but let's just do it. You can use your alcohol markers as well down sides of things, and like metallic markers, things like that to go down edges. Often I do a black ink edge. That's quite nice as an edger as well. I'm just going to... A bullet nib gold pen, that sounds good. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then it just saves you matting and layering everything. There we go. Now I'm going to just 1 second. Oh, have I turned you off? You're still there. Let me get up and watch the next sure I've got you in the right place. Oh, I just headbutted me Kindle. All I wanted to do there was just find my little wipe to clean my finger. Let's see. I don't know how far behind my screen is to your screen. Hopefully it's settled down a bit now. No, it's not all moving. There we go. Right, so I was going to stick those on the front, and I think that one was going to go there. Probably needed it trimming slightly, look. Might do that as well, and then that one on that side. That'll do. Oh, was it that way and that way? I don't think it really matters, does it? It's fine. They need a little trim though because they look a bit big. So let's just trim that down slightly. There we go. So 2 different little shape cards tonight, but this one I thought, although it looks fancy, it's just quite straightforward really. There we go. Let's see what I want to do with that. Just get them about the same. There we go. Pop you over there. I think I was going to put the pink on the outside, you know. That's why I was looking me purple, thinking that didn't look right, because that was going to go somewhere else. Anyway, I decided we've done it now. It's fine. So I'm just having a really decadent card at the minute. We are still here. Good, because I just managed to knock it. I still haven't got that short enough. I'm just going to put it there, and I'm going to have to trim it off. I'll do the other one. Everything will be on the floor in a minute. There we go. So the further down the time goes, maybe the worse I get at crafting. Maybe I should just not do so long. But I didn't feel like I was asleep yet today. Just need that off a little bit on the end. I didn't measure it very good. Who's got cats out? Cats love a cardboard box. They do. We'll see if that fits now. Everything's careering around on the floor. Good job Albie's not down there. Shove this one on here. So just saving myself matter and layering by putting that gold on. I'm going very wonky. Right, just remember, I say to you, you spend a bit more time so that you can get your angles and your edges right, because I've got this going on wonky all over the place. There we go. That's it. So we've got another little nice front. And then, what do we think we want on here? I was just going to use these ones from the bits that were left from when I did that first card. So that's my idea. I was just going to do another one of them. You could cut out your anything really. So if you wanted to put a dragon in the middle and put some dragons on there, I'll show you the dragons. Have I got them ready? Right, put that up there. Put that down there. I just want to make sure that things are not going to fall on the floor. And I'll have a quick look at the dragon in case we want to dragon it, although I haven't prepared them. Now, I really should have cut out some square things because it's a smaller shape. And a lot of the dragons are quite dark. So that we could put that over the front as a square, and then it would just have to open. That would only be on one side, and then we'd have to open it like that and have another dragon inside. Just missed 30 minutes of your lives. I had to get the neighbours' cats in and feed them. Oh, is that where the cats came in? Maybe I'm getting comments in strange orders. Let's cut this out and we'll have a little look. See what you feel like. I've had it prepared to do Sip Sip Hooray with, is what I was going to do, because I thought, oh, it's nice, that new collection. Let's go with that. But I also did say to Dawn that I was going to do a little dragon. You know what? Just going to do that. Out of the way. There you go. And I did want to do the I'll show you the options anyway, and then we can stick it on when we've decided what we're doing. This is that lovely card again. I'm sure this is off Dawn. I don't know where I got it from if it's not off Dawn. No idea. But it is lovely. I love the colour of it. I'll stick that on there. So hi Julie, thank you for joining us. So just on the last little late night part of my, when I'm a bit slow and a bit doddery and indecisive, but I had another little card that I thought about doing, so I decided to stay and do it. Therefore, we are all still here. I'll show you what you've missed in a little while. So that's that. And then I think we could have a 2 seconds. We need a sentiment. Let's have a look. We could have a sentiment on the inside. Magic is believing in yourself. Have a magical birthday. I might have a magical birthday because I'll probably use it for somebody then. Just check this out. So these are the ideas. We can all have a little vote on what we're going to decorate it with shortly. Speed snipping. Everything goes on the floor. The birds have gone quiet now. It's just the road I can hear outside. Are you all right, Julie? You been doing any more flower arrangements today? What have you been up to? Oh, I'm struggling to see now. It's getting dark and my shadow of everything I'm doing is falling onto me and I can't see me cutting out. However, I'm not going to worry too much if it's a wee bit wonky. I don't want it to be, it's got a nice little edge on it, some of these, so they're not too hard to cut and snip. Even though you've got like leaves, it's just like a little bit like that. So we can have a bit of that. I don't use downloads. I buy the kits as my printer doesn't work. Yeah, Sam, I've actually said earlier on that what I'm preferring to do at the minute is, because I'm not, my printer's not the best, and I'm busy experimenting with different papers, and it's taking a lot of ink. I prefer to get the paper kit off Dawn. And then because you get the forever code, it means that I can then print things out later. So if I only wanted 1 or 2 of the pages doubled, like if I want to do some decoupage in flowers and things, or a decoupage of anything else, then if I buy the paper kit, I can then just print out the extras I might need. But the quality of the paper kit is really good. So I really like the papers that Dawn's bringing the kits onto us on. So I'm just experimenting and I'm trying out all of the different papers to see what I like printing onto. But that's working well for me at the minute to buy the kits. I'm also going to stick these all on because then we can use whatever of these things. I'll cut them all out. Not today, no flower arranging today. Shopping and painting in the garden. Oh, well, and putting flowers. At least you've had a nice day because we've had rain and cold weather here. So there's been no opportunity for doing anything like that in this part of the world, the northeast. And it was the same up at my mum's. She's a bit further north as well, up at Whitley Bay, and she said the same. So I think it's probably just been what the weather's been like. I'm just going to put these on in little random places and get all my little bits and bobs in. And don't shout at me if I'm not using my paper economically, but I will keep all the little bits in my little bag. I've got Polly Pockets up here next to me, and I've got one for like metallic-y, shiny, foily card. I've got one for plain card, and I've got another one for pattern papers, and then I've got another one for like messy things I've made. So I've got all of them up here near me. So I put all the little bits of scratty corners and squares that I might need later into that bag, and then I can find them when I'm doing my lives as well. Right, so these are all the things I was thinking about doing. That one on the front, that one on the middle, and I probably will need another tag maybe on the front. I'll get a just for you out of there. See, I haven't got all of this one prepared. I only had the part of the thing done. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. We'll have that one as well. So I'll leave these ready in case we need them. And I will not mount them up yet, but I'll have a think about them. And then we'll get these all chopped out. Well, the dragon ones, I have only got the, because I didn't want to wait again, I've only got the digital at the minute, but I've ordered the, that's my silliness. When I'm like too excited, I get the digital. And then I think, no, I want the proper papers, so you have to go and order it again. So I'm trying to remember that I can wait for them to come. I made a mess of that. Look at that, on my neck. What am I doing? But for this, because I bought everything and ordered everything, I just said, Dawn, can you just send me one or two of the pages so I can do it on my live? And she very kindly sent me this one and the I think it was the Cosmopolitan one, in case I wanted to use them in the live today. So I did, because she knows I've already bought both the paper and the digital kit for that, for them. Well, I bought the digital for the couture and I've sent for the paper kit, and then I've ordered the paper kit for the other two. That makes sense. So I'm getting into my crafting again with this sort of style, because I do quite like making my own messiness and stamping and colouring, but I'm enjoying like constructing different card styles and presenting the different papers and the different things for Dawn, making the little mini books. I love making little mini books, so there's loads of different ways of making them as well, so I will do a little mini book soon. And I'll show you the options for these, and you can pick what you want. Probably could benefit from using a die shape if I had a little oval on this to make it look super neat. But for the purposes of this, we shall just go with the flow, because we don't mind if we're a bit wonky, donkey. Trouble is, I've got to start off with a certain shape and then I end up going another way with that behind me. Thursday's live, yeah, that's when I got my kit, ordered the complete kit, and then I got impatient with myself, ordered the digital kit of the couture so I could get that down. I was going to make some of them for you. and do some of that, and I printed them all out on the vellum ready, and then I haven't done it. So I'll be getting wrong off Dawn because I told her that's what I was doing. However, you've seen the vellum, so when it comes on the live, probably on Sunday tomorrow, you'll see it in the links in the newsletter that Michelle's put out. And I would highly recommend that you get yourself some of the printable vellum, because it's lovely. I don't normally sit and do chopping because I get stressed that you all don't want to see me doing chopping. But as long as you don't mind having a little chat, I'm trying to go as quick as I can. There was one live where I got really stressed and I think I just ran away and didn't finish it. But I think you'll all just sit here and watch for a bit anyway. And if anybody wants to go, that's fine. We can catch up later. And if anybody wants to stay, that's fine. Hopefully have a little chat amongst yourselves. Because as we established earlier on, we don't have social lives, so this is our little social life. There we go. And the last one on this one. Tell you what else I've got for vellum. I've got some coloured staples. Because I thought, as well as using brads, it might be nice to use some colourful staples. So especially for those couture ones, couture cocktails that are all brightly coloured and exotic. If I want to staple the vellum onto something, I know that's really wonky, but it's getting late, so let's just pretend it's not. I thought the little staples would look nice as well. So I've got like colourful staples and a little stapler. That's just another way of attaching vellum. Well, I just sit and watch people crafting, so I think, well, hopefully everybody else will just sit and watch me crafting. And I should I should be getting my trimmer out and doing it properly. But you know, now I've got my scissors out, I'm just doing it. So we will be wonky. There's a good bit of wonk there that I've just put in it. But hey ho, not to worry. Oh, so many bits of stuff. So there's some bits there that I'll keep and some bits I will not keep. And is everybody who's on here going to the workshop? I hope so. On Tuesday. If anybody isn't, let me know and I shall give you a sneaky peek, and then you may want to go over to purchase the digital or the paper if there's any paper kits left. What's a good idea? That's a good idea. Oh, I don't know. Karen is. I am. I think Joe is. I bought some cocktail sticks and going to decorate them to use with the cocktails. Oh, fabulous idea. How wonderful. You're going to have to show us those on the page as well when you've done them. Right, let's have a look and see what we want to do. So, those nice damask papers, I thought they actually went rather well with this collection. You can have a little message inside. Sip, sip, hooray. What did I think I was doing with this bit? When I had it earlier on, these were a bit wide and different shapes, so you can, it would be nice to sort of have two little bits there and you open it up and it looks nice, but it didn't look right. So we could do that. I could do that if I wanted to have something a bit different, and then do Time for Champagne and have that just coming up. We could do that, something like that. Anybody, whatever you think. yes, everybody's going. It is beautiful, isn't it? I love it. The peacocks are just fabulous. So we can go for a little bit of champagne, because you can see the bottle and the glass, and you can see that. And then when you open up, you've got Sip Sip Hooray. Or we could have the dragon. So I was going to put maybe put that one inside. We could always put another picture in there. Let's go for the dragon. Would be like that, and only stuck on one half, and then we would open it up to reveal Have a Magical Birthday. And I could put some more flowers round. And we could always put a little Just For You along the bottom as well. And that. So what would you like? Would you like me to make a dragon? Like that. Have a Magical Birthday, which we can then add more decorations to. Or would you like it to be a Sip Sip Hooray? Could even have the, doesn't fit in there, Sip Sip Hooray in the inside, and the these on the outside, and then we can just stick them around like that, or just have that one. It's quite plain then. Have one like that. Dragon. Okie dokie, because we have used that already tonight, haven't we? But I'll leave those because they might be nice little ATC sizes as well. There we go. So we'll go Sip Sip Hooray in there. And I'm going to just tuck a little bit of glue on that line. There. I've left it open, haven't I? I've not done it. There, just so you stuck down a wee bit. That'll do. Now we are. Have a Magical Day in the middle. Everybody likes the dragon. Oh, Lillian, are you still there? We're doing a workshop. If you didn't hear about it, we're doing a workshop on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, with Dawn Bibby. And it's available as a digital kit now that you would get in time, $5.99. You can cut all your little bits out. I can't see whether that's straight or not. Up there. Put that on there. I might put some foam pads on that side. And it's in beautiful, beautiful peacocks, but with a little bit of an Eastern promise kind of twist. So that's a little taster. And there's 3 different things I think that Dawn's got set up to make. It's an hour and a half on Facebook. It will be on Facebook for 30 days. Because poor Dawn has not managed to get her YouTube working yet, but we're hoping that her friend Debbie Moore and Debbie's lovely husband Dave will be able to help her to get that up and running. But for the time being, it'll be a Facebook group that you would be put into, and you can craft along or watch as you go and then craft later. Sound like Sheena Douglas. Yeah, sorry, Sheena is actually from up this way as well. I think she's County Durham area, and I'm a bit further up, sort of. I was past more like Northumberland, and we both have probably similar. I've been away and she's been away, so maybe we've both got similar accents by now. I've been away down south, lived in London for a bit, and then I moved up to Scarborough, so they're south for me. And then moved to Australia for a bit, and then came back to Gisborne then to Stokesley, and they're both sort of North Yorkshire, near Middlesbrough kind of way. And then came when I got divorced and house all sorted out and sold, then I moved to Gisborough again. So that's my little potted life history. And I've got 3 grown-up children. Wesley's the youngest, he's just turned 17, so I still think of him as a baby. Albie is my baby though. Let me get up again. Isla's 24, Imogen is 21, I think. And they're both away at uni, but Isla is nearly finished. She will start her first proper job in, the end of July. She'll be properly, fully qualified and doing stuff then. Oh, thanks, Joe, for joining us. I hope you feel all right. I know you've been having problems with your fatigue lately, so go and have a good sleep, hopefully. There, so we've managed to get that on there. I was going to actually, oh, it's God, look how wonky it is. How did I do that? Oh, I can't. I don't care if it's going to tear. Honestly, that was appalling. These sticky things are too good at sticking. I'm not having it though. That's really bad, even for me being tired and late. Look at that, I've torn it. Right, I'm going to fix this mess. Honestly, do not do this, but I'll just do it. The glue's driving me demented. I keep leaving it open. Right, pretend that never happened and you never saw me tear that paper. Seamlessly stuck back together, and this was really wonky, so I couldn't be doing with it. Right, that's me talking too much. Let's have another go. Honestly. Right, there. I'm coming up here. Is that straighter? Best be, because I'm not going to pull it apart again. I'm not going to get away with it pulling apart again, am I? There we go. Pretend that never happened. Yay! Fixed. Anyway, good night, Joe, and I hope you sleep well and you're feeling better tomorrow. But I know that is not always the case, bless you. Just rest up, take it easy, and we shall have a lovely craft on Tuesday again with Dawn. Tomorrow night, we've got Dawn back on live. So I know that will clash, Lillian, for you with what you will be watching. But when yours is finished, if you want to pop over again, you can see what Dawn gets up to. She mostly does like a selling live on her lives, and then she might do a little demo as well. But she might have some sale things, or don't know. Right, anybody else? Did you see your daughters were at Nottingham? Yes, they're at Nottingham. Both of them went to Nottingham, and Isla is nearly finished. She will be a doctor very soon. She is a doctor. She's passed. She just needs to do her graduation. Then she's going to work at Sheffield, which is where she wanted to go to, so that's good. Imogen is in Germany because she's doing German. So she's got a year over in Germany to do. So she's on her last little stretch of working in, sorry, I can't always talk and do at the same time. I can talk quite a lot, but then I get tired as well, so don't worry. I also do forget my words quite a lot anyway, so if I sound like don't know what I'm talking about, or I go a bit funny, it's because I do not always remember what I'm talking about, and I forget my words. But I know that we're in good company there. That's too wide. So let's just go down a little bit with that one as well. And a little bit with that one. I probably should have just gone round the edge of it. I will do that because it might look better. Yeah, so she's in, they're both in, well, Imogen's nearly, she'll be back in Nottingham for a final year, but that's where she's studying. And Isla will be moving on to Sheffield, which is not too far. They'll still see each other quite nicely. There we go. So I could stick that on there as well. I might have a look and see what other little embellishments I've got and finish it off later, because I don't want to just like rush it and make a mess of it. Don't know if I want that on that, no, because it'll just get confusing, won't it? I'll put this one on, because that'll be all right. There we go. Is that halfway? That'll be halfway. Yeah, be all right. Right, let me see again. Oh gosh, I can't see. I don't think I've been up and down so much in a live before. Right, I'm going to put that one there. I don't think it's in the middle again, but I'm just going to do it. And then I'll have a little fiddle later, because I have got loads of those lovely shiny beady things from my Peacock kit. And I have got lots of lovely, what else have I got in this dragons? I've got some lovely flowers that I can cut out and do, and I've got lovely borders or belly bands. I could make a nice belly band to go around it. That would be good. And I think maybe some, I could look in the gems and see what would go in the gems, because that would make a lovely belly band. And probably a few more stickles. Nephew's doing architecture at Nottingham, that's why I remembered. Ah, yes. I think that's where David Kirk lives as well, isn't it, over that way? And there's a few people have mentioned Nottingham. But yeah, it's a good uni. I think, you know, they've had a really good time there and they've really enjoyed it. I like how it's sort of positioned in a load of green area, and there's a park nearby, and then they can just jump on a bus or a tram and get into the city quite quickly. But it doesn't feel like it's out of the city, where some of the campus universities feel like you're not even in the city. But I think Nottingham does, so it's been a good one for them. They both had a lovely time there. Right, so shall I finish this one off later? Let's have a look. At the 2 minutes. Where are they? There's all the cards there. There's all these ones. That'd be nice. Right, put that there for a minute. I'm going to do the vellum quickly because I'll get wrong off Dawn because I didn't do it. I'm going to get my studio light out, my pink, and oof, everything's falling apart. My orange, my yellow. There's all the little bits in there. Let's go. This is watercolour paper, so I'm good to go on this. That's pink. That's more orange. Where's the yellow gone? I just got it out. Did I put it back? I think I'm going mad now at this time of night. I'm losing the plot. Yellow. Let's have a bit of yellow. Oh. These are those lovely backgrounds I like just messing on doing. Nice and quick. Let's make a tag. Put that there. Bit of pink. Well done to your daughter for graduation. Oh, I know, I'm very proud of her, bless her. She's worked so hard. She's probably been, I'll just use the yellow one again. She's probably been on for about 10 years doing all of this, you know, because she's always wanted to do it. It's a lot of hard work. She said it'll be nice when she's actually doing a job where she can go home and she doesn't have to revise. I mean, she'll still have to do some work, because no doubt there'll be things that she'll need to, like, look up and learn as she's going along. But it will be nice for her just to not have to necessarily sit every night in it with her nose in a textbook. She can sit with her nose in one of her other fiction books because she loves reading. Right, what would probably be nice is if this was cut out in a nice shape of a tag. Should we do? I don't think I need to do any splatters, because I'm thinking that it might be nice just putting a little bit of a tag over the top of it, making it into a tag of some kind. So let's cut the tag out. I'll have simply, yeah, thank you very much. I've got a little tag there. Let's just use that one, and then I don't have to work too hard to do it. Get this out. There we go. Stick it on there. Speed crafting I am now. Speedy Gonzales. Let's just go for stick that on there. Time for a cup of tea. Yeah, it probably is, Tracy. I think it'll be time to finish, really. I just haven't crafted for ages because I was on holiday. Oh no, I don't want to do it on there. Oh, well, too late. I am now. Because I was on holiday, I haven't had a craft for ages. So I haven't done anything for a while. So that's why I think I'm just going and going and going. And I can fortunately just not do anything tomorrow. I'm going to just cut round the tag. I'm not doing a very good job of it because I'm actually cutting my tag out, but that's fine. I'll try not to cut me bit of little bit of thingy. This is probably not how you do tag making, but when you're just doing it on a live, you just do anything. I think I'll have a Yorkshire bedtime tea, please, Tracy. That's nice. It's a decaf one and it's got chamomile and nice things in for helping sleeping. Oh, there we go. Now I will have to poke a hole in there, won't I? Yeah, I don't have a holy thing at the minute, so I'll do that after as well. I'll get that grey out. I'll just go around the edge a bit and get a bit of that. Where's my piece of paper? I love this grey colour. It's like in the soft collection that comes with the yellow and the orange. And it's just like a really soft grey. It looks nice on the edges. But if I do this, then I won't feel guilty for not using the vellum, because now I am going to use the vellum. And I've used the dragons because I said to Dawn I would use the dragons, so I have done it. Bless. She doesn't normally ask me to do anything special. I just said to her, oh, I'll do these, and then she knows what she wants to mention to you if there's anything I'm using. And she did sort out the vellum because I said I was using vellum. Right, let's have a look at this because I think we're going to put some Tequila Sunrise on here. I think that'll be nice with the colours. So let's go for putting this out. And if I don't do it really well, I'm sure I could ink a bit around the edges if I needed to. Have a go. I'll go for this one because it's got all those lovely leaves and florals on as well, and that'll give me my little florals. Ruibu. Oh, that's that. I haven't tried that one actually. That's a decaf one as well, isn't it? I like a cup of tea that is basically mostly just hot milk. Actually, my dad would be horrified because, well, no, he wouldn't. He doesn't mind. But he was always called tea bag or teapot at work because he was a proper good tea drinker. And he was always very busy drinking tea. So I'm more of a coffee drinker, to be fair. Doing a lot of cutting out tonight for you. I normally have everything ready. So Lily and I'm normally super organised and have it all ready. I have had some things organised tonight, but then I've done a little bit of winging it. But that's all right. Yeah, it is decaf, isn't it? If it tastes too much like tea, though, I probably wouldn't like it. I think that's probably why I like the bedtime tea, because it's quite weak. I probably have it looking more like dishwater, would say. A bit of dishwater. Than having it proper tea. But my coffee would definitely look like builder's tea. Ooh, so we're going to talk about what other favourite drinks are, seeing as we've got a tequila sunrise out here. I like a raspberry mojito or a mojito. That's my one. I don't have them very often. I also like a porn star martini if I go out. I don't think I've had Southern Comfort and lemonade. I used to have Cointreau and lemonade. It's the orangey flavoured one, isn't it? Look, I don't know what I'm doing that for. I'm going to split it if I'm not careful. I don't know why I'm being so careful with this. I probably won't need to be. Is there anything anybody wants me to do on a live? That's the other thing I want to ask. I know Debbie Owen did say, could I do one of my mini books? So I will definitely get my mini book out and do that. I just have to decide which way to fill it up. I know Lorraine showed you the other day how to do the sewing them in. So I'll probably not do a sewing them in one. I'll do it a different way. A black Russian. What's a black Russian? That's probably got vodka in because it's Russian. Yes, strawberry daiquiris are quite nice as well. In my very younger days, when I did used to drink here and there, I'm not going to do those ones, they're too hard. I used to have something called a rusty nail, which is not really a cocktail. It's a really, I'm sure it would probably be quite lethal to me now. I'll probably get alcohol poisoning. Oh, I think it was whiskey and Drambuie together. Is that right? Yeah, I don't think I could do that now. That's when I was like in my 20s. Well, not even in my 20s. Yeah, in my 20s. Early 20s. And I'm now I'm at the other side of my 50s now. It's not fair. So I'm now 56. So I'm not even in my early 50s anymore, am I? Oh, dear me. Yeah, I can hardly take any drink now, Lily, and I hardly drink anything. I don't really, I mean, I'm not going to sit and drink in the house on my own, really. There's just me and Wesley doesn't drink anything. He's 17, but everything he's tried so far, apart from a woo-woo, doesn't like. So he's not a drinker and a go-outer. You might be a late bloomer like me. I didn't really do all that till I was left home. Right, I thought that would be quite a nice colour palette to go on here. I might need, do I need to put a bit of white underneath it, or will it be all right? No, we'll not. We'll do that. And then, let me see if I've got my little staples, because they might be quite cute to use. And if they're colourful, they might look nice. These are not Dawn Bibby ones, so don't look. I don't think Dawn has anything like this, actually, to be fair. But it's just another way. So you could get your brads out, but most of my brads are kind of vintage looking that I've got. I don't know where my colourful ones are. Oh, there you go. We'll just have to work out. Excuse me while I work out how to open my things. Yeah, I don't think I can really take much alcohol now, but yeah, I don't think some health things, it's just not good for you, is it? But it's still nice making the cards. I think I'm going to go pink. Not used this yet. My first time out with it. Let me have a go. See if I can remember how to use a staple gun. A stapler. You put them in there. Like that. Do that. Let's have a little practice run before I do it. Otherwise I'll be making a proper mess. What have I got? You need to staple? Right, hang on a second, everybody. Ooh. There's a bit of the other stuff from before. See if I can remember how to do a staple. This is ridiculous. I'm practicing stapling. I might need to put a bit more under there. Let's go like that. Oh, and I have a pink stapler. And I have a little tag. Oh, how cute. I do like my coffee. I'm not having any at this time of night though, so I do go for the decafs. I'm quite good at that. Oh, honestly, this is just my one I'm playing with, and I'm still making a pig's ear out of it, aren't I? Look at the state of that. Anyway, that's worked. So let's try and see where we want to staple this one so that it looks cute. Cute. It would be nice if I had a beady one in the middle of the flower, would it not? That look good. And then I could use the staples as well. Oh, here's a beady one. A pearl brad. Oh, I'm messing around here. Let me get one of these out just to go in. I know you don't get these in the middle of a hibiscus flower, to be fair. A little pearl. And I think it needs colouring because it's not the right colour. So let me see, I've got an alcohol marker here. If it goes a different colour. That's gone like green. Oh, there you go, that's worked all right. Do I want a yellow middle? Let's have a go with a bit of pink as well. I might make it like an orange middle. Oh, don't on that end. Oh yeah, we'll go for pink. There we go. That's an alcohol marker, so they're supposed to work, aren't they, on doing things. Right, let's go for that there. I'm going to get the brad on that. Where's my pokey? Pokey. There it is. I'm going to get this mat. I'm going to use my mat, and I'm going to poke in there. I poke that in there, and I can easily back the back of this as well to hide the brad. So I'm going to do that. I cannot see it where it is opening it. That's it. So I'll put a backing on there. Do that later, but that looks nice. And then I think I might want a little feel like I want to use my staple just because I've got them and I'm quite happy with. I think they look quite funky. Let's go there. Woohoo! I'm happy. I like it. Little staples. They're so cute. Yes, I like that. I think that one's gone a bit out the way. But that's quite cute. And I'm sure I could do a bit of this as well on it somewhere. I could put that. That would have been better if I'd thought about that beforehand, but we're fine. And I didn't get enough colour on this one, did I? So let me just put a bit more on there. And then we'll have a little, we'll probably finish up, because Aldi will be wondering what I'm up to as well. Making memories together. I don't know where I'm going to put this bit. This is not happy at the minute, so I'm not going to do that yet. I don't know where that's going, but you can see where I'm headed with it. I like that. I just think that looks cute. Little tag. So I just need to put a backing on there to hide my little dibbers there. And that's quite nice. That would go nice on a little bottle as a gift, wouldn't it? If you were giving it to somebody. Just quite simple. Right, guys, let's finish, because I think I'm probably starting to really lose my words and get like I don't know what I'm doing. But I have now used the vellum that I said I was going to use. I've had a go with my little dragons. Had a go with the new cocktails. And we've had a go with the peacock. And we've had a go with the pussycats as well. So we've done quite a lot actually, haven't we? But I have been here for a long time, so that's why. So let me tidy my deck up while you all maybe say goodbyes to each other, and I'll finish off these little bits that I haven't finished off properly, and then I'll post them on the page so you can see them. I have got a lot of tidying up that needs to be done, but I will do that tomorrow. I shall not be doing that today, but I will get this, tidy these decks down, and I'll show you what we've done, because I like to finish on a having a little look at everything. So let me get me a little bit of paper. I normally come in with a bit of paper to make it look nice. So we've got a little tag. Leave that one out the way. We've got our little dragon. That is not finished, but we shall finish it soon. Put that one there. The challenge will be to find what we've made underneath all of the stuff. We've got a really big card. I don't do big cards, but I have done a big card for you, as I know some of you do. It's a huge card. Goodness me. I'm going to finish the dragons. You see that there. We also did a little pussycat. I'll just keep moving them around so you can see them all. And we'll put that one on top of there. And we'll put that one down there. Oh, we'll just put that one over there. You can see a little corner of it. And then this was the main one, which I haven't finished yet, so I shall finish them all off. That's the theme of me. I have the bones of all the cards that I've done for you, and I will go away and titivate them up tomorrow, because I like a little break. Just move all this away so you can see. Push it up there a bit. And I will come back and put them on the page so you can see. So we've got our tag with our vellum. We've got a lovely peacock, which is going to be a bit more decorated, I think. Sort that out a little bit. But I like that, and it's got the shaker element in as well. Lovely. We've got the start of our dragon card with our little pop-up. And we've got a really simple little pussycat that we started off with. And the shadow up and down. There we go. How's that? Right, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will probably be on again next week, but I'm just waiting to hear when Lorraine wants to do hers, because Dawn is doing her workshop on Tuesday night. So I'm just going to fit round. It might be Saturday night again. Sarah's on Saturday afternoon at 3. And if there's anything that you want me to make or do, please let me know. I'll scroll back through these comments and just check if anybody has said if there's anything they want me to make or do. But I did say I've probably got those little, I can do the coasters and the bag. Maybe do something like that sometime as well. And the book, which Dawn's got, so I can't show you that. And thank you for joining us, Lillian. It's nice for you to have come along. I don't normally go on quite as long as this. I must have just had enough energy tonight to do it, because I haven't done it for a while. So you've had a little few extras and a bit longer than normal. But I've had a nice time. I've enjoyed crafting. And thank you very much for your company. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, everybody who watches on Catch Up. Thank you for coming along and taking the time to watch it back. And I will post them all in group once I've finished them and titivated them up a bit. And that's it. So I shall see you all. Don't forget to come and join Dawn from around about, what time does she normally do a Sunday? Sunday she does a 7 normally, but she might be later than that tomorrow, I'm not sure. But she's on for a long time, so even Lillian, even when you're finished with watching your live that you watch on a Sunday night, if you did want to come and join in, would still be there. We're quite late, sort of night owls in Dawn's group. But thank you very much, everybody. So see you all tomorrow night, and I will think of something nice to do next time for you. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Take care, everybody. Thank you.